how do you say Naruto?
Naruto.
Is that how you actually say it? Wasn't it Naruto?
I thought it was Naruto. I actually got
I
corrected.
think I might have only heard you say it.
I got corrected yesterday. Maya runs Brittany.
Oh,
another
nice.
black nerd. Maya runs with her hands back like this, and I was like, "Oh, it's like Naruto." And she's like, "Naruto," and I'm like,
"Damn, that's how my nephew runs."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All little kids do it. It's so fucking funny.
That's what what's his name did in Q. Did you watch Q?
No, I didn't see it.
The fucking dork Ed. Is that his name? What's his Gardini? What are you doing over there? Get it. You should know this. One of the Q, the guy who like founded 8chan. He's a fat dork, and he ran like that. He was like, "Let's do the Naruto run." Yeah. And like,
it gives you speed, dude.
It does not.
Like this, it cuts the wind. When you go like this, it cuts the wind.
Wind is the last piece of resistance you need to worry about.
You're more of an earth bender, dude.
Yeah, you're a couch bender.
Mattress bender.
They should do a race. They should do just a Naruto blast race, dude. Just fucking.
Yeah. Remember when they stormed Area 51 like a couple years ago? They all Naruto ran towards Area 51. Like a bunch of people like this, like where they got shot down. Like,
they got shot?
No. They can't shoot nerds. Like if the U.S. government shoots nerds, then they'll like reveal all their evil plans.
Yeah,
like, you know.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, and also all the nerds were cowards. None of them like tried to run past
cowards?
security or nothing.
Of course,
as soon as security came out, they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, you gotta respect security.
Yeah. They all started tapping their chins.
Nerds do respect all authority.
They do.
Especially like a mall cop.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yes.
Someone slightly bigger than them.
Yeah.
They're just like...
True. I mean, that is like nerd police, mall cops. That's like as much.
Terrifying.
That's all you need is a stern warning as a nerd. And you're like,
Whoa. You're in there looking at like,
hey, you're gonna buy a video game, or you're gonna play the sample console, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
fuck, busted.
Yeah.
Oh.
They won't let me play Rock Band anymore. I gotta go home.
Dude, nerding out on the sample console. That's the power move, dude. Go to fucking.
Oh, it was so nice though when you were a kid, dude. When your mom had to go buy her dumb bullshit.
Yeah,
it's like, Mom, you're old, you're ugly. Just get a hoodie, die. Get an Eeyore crew neck sweatshirt. Stop trying to buy clothes. But yeah, but then they started putting nerd games. I remember when I was a young man, they would have nice, cool games.
Yeah, man.
Because only cool guys played video games.
Like a Madden.
Yeah, it'd be a Madden or a
2K.
Yeah, 2K football game.
Quarterback Club.
Oh.
Did you ever play Sega Quarterback Club?
Dreamcast? Can you imagine a Dreamcast? I never got a Dreamcast. That's all I wanted.
That was awesome.
Fuck. Now look at me.
I mean,
Dreamcastless.
You got to get one, dude. They're like $80 now.
Sorry. I'm not going to be swinging too hard. I got a lot of Zyrtec floating in my system.
Do you really? Are you
I'm
tranquilized?
Fucking crushed.
Are you tranquilized?
Yes.
So what do you think you're allergic to?
Pollen.
All right.
Crushes me.
Yeah. Mine comes like in the midsummer, so I don't know whatever that is.
I don't know.
Allergies? Like,
yeah, my allergies are midsummer.
How?
Ragweed.
Oh.
Ragweed.
Damn, ragweed
that
gets
ragweed comes up and gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother like the pollen or whatever. I was reading about a guy who claims that when you get old, as soon as your sight starts losing or starts going, don't wear glasses. He said if you just go without the glasses for like a week, he's like, you gotta be real careful, and you have to be praying the whole time too.
Yeah.
But if you just pray, he's like, dude, I drove for 2 weeks, I could barely see. He's like, but the Lord let me see what I needed to see.
Oh, nice.
He's like, my vision came back. He said his vision came back. He said he knows 3 other people who did the same thing.
Stop wearing glasses?
No, they were like, fuck it. They didn't wear any glasses, and they said their vision. Yeah. Or they just adjust to blurry.
Or they're fibbing.
Blurry world. Wait, what?
Dude, as long as you're always in Congress with the Lord, you're safe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not taking Zyrtec this year. I'm just going to go without it. See what happens. So far, I had a couple sneezes today on my run. I sneezed, got a dirty look from some fucking dork.
Really?
It's just, there's like, dude, it's like, they just like repeat characters around me. It's just old guys. It's just like old fucking white guys who are just deteriorating from inactivity from just like 4th generation trust fund.
Yeah.
Just walking by like hat, glasses, and gloves like. I've gotten dirty looked at by Clue characters for the last year and a half.
From sneezing.
Bunch of Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy's name was.
They just come by and they're just like, you're just like,
I'm not even close today.
Clue from Clue? No,
whatever.
that's it, right?
You sneeze on a run, you just see 4 like fucking like bent over 80-year-old white dudes who are just liberal pussy grandpas. Just fucking
What could be worse
scat. Yeah, dude.
than a man that's like
Bro,
just
pussy grandpa.
a male liberal
Yeah.
over the age of 40?
Oh.
Fucking pathetic.
Yeah, it's true. Very
It's
true.
really pathetic.
Something you're supposed to give up in your teenage
Something
years.
you're supposed to grow out of. You're supposed to grow out of it.
Yeah, at least by 25.
At least.
25 is the latest, and then
Yeah, you
start
can
hitting
go late.
30.
I went a little late. I still had it in me though.
Did you?
Every once in a while, I'd see something and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not liberal."
Yeah.
I'd think something and be like, "Ooh, I don't even think there's a party for this."
Well, there's that old saying, everyone's a communist with their family, and like a liberal with their immediate friends, and then a conservative with strangers. So, come on now.
bars.
You must be full of yourself after that patriot got sentenced. You look like the cat who's swallowed the bird, or whatever.
Dude, I'm justice, dude. That's all you gotta know about.
All I care about is justice.
Justice, dude. Got served finally.
Well. Now we're even. All right. You guys can quit your goddamn bellyache.
There's,
All right.
there's two black wins in law history: OJ and this one.
Well, OJ, you guys, that was a cheat.
Look, hey,
You cheated on that one. He didn't even want the win from you guys. OJ,
Really?
yeah,
OJ
OJ.
You want
doesn't-
justice?
No,
No.
OJ wanted white justice,
Yeah.
dude. He wanted, and technically he got it. He was rich enough that he walked.
he did
Sure.
get white.
He did get white justice.
I don't know, dude. Johnny Cochran's pretty black. Was pretty black.
What's he doing now?
In Congress with the Lord.
Depends how you feel about him. It depends if you're that lady's family that OJ cut her head off.
True.
If you ask them, I'd say they're probably like Johnny Cochran. He's probably in hell.
Yeah.
He's down there. But
He's dead. I know he's dead.
I think he's in Congress with the Lord right now, just
Probably.
hanging with Jesus, JC, dude. Tell him, don't put that glove on, Jesus. You can't quit. Just
Yeah.
telling him.
Yeah, well, you guys are laughing at all, but we can't fucking lose our vigilance, dude. We got to
Oh, of
follow
course.
court cases. We got to follow national spotlight court cases.
I'm all over it. I'm on the one now.
Oh,
The
yeah?
new one.
Yep.
I've got my eyes like a hawk on that one. I was like, what are they doing? Why are they doing what happened? And then when you hear the story, you're like, oh shit.
It is funny.
Don't want to defend.
It is always funny here.
I looked at the headline and it was just like young girl shot by police. I was like, fuck, dude. And then I clicked the link and it was like, while stabbing someone. It was like, all right. Every once in a while, you got to give the cops, they got one, right?
That's a classic damned if you do. That's a classic damned if you do.
Oh, yeah.
That's a damned if you do.
Cop should have ran away, dude. He should be like, I was never here. What the fuck?
If he did that, he would be in less trouble. Like, honestly.
No, he'd be in the
No.
same. They'd be like, look at these cowards,
Dude,
and then it's time to serve.
That's what
justice.
cops do. Like, they don't have to put their life in danger. They can wait till the shit's done and then get out there and like solve it.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why they would do something like that.
No. They've been doing it like it's always existed. It's like it's always
Yeah.
existed as a cop thing. Like it's like what do they call? They call people who are going to die from their inactions as likelies. Like that person's a likely, meaning they didn't do what they could to help them, but they're going to die after they stop the crime.
Where'd you get this from?
NPR.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. That's good. I was thinking it might have been your street knowledge. I was going to defer to you due to your street knowledge.
I don't claim any street knowledge.
I know.
I don't claim.
Yeah, obviously.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
Obviously.
The big homie NPR.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Cops are usually pretty.
You know what that
gung-ho and
stands
attack
for?
people.
Yeah.
What?
No, I like cops, dude. I don't hate cops. I like them. It's just like I think there's some things that could be worked on.
So you're sitting there.
It sounds like something I might say.
Girl has a
I know.
The other
so girl has a knife. She's going for the other girl. What do you do?
As a cop?
Hey, guys, stop.
No, you're there. Yeah, you got to. You're just
As like a stranger?
You're an
As
armed
a-
civilian.
An armed civilian?
With
You have a gun.
yeah,
I'd say, hey,
and this is going
She's
down
not
on your.
gonna- she's
It's
not
going down on
listening.
your property.
on my,
This is your property, so you're within your right.
okay, I'm not going to shoot him.
Okay, so
You gonna let her stab?
girl got stabbed dead.
No, I'm going to.
That's your land, you
I'm
get
gonna
sued.
Push her. I'm going to get involved.
What
I'm
if
gonna
you're
push her off.
you're too far to push?
Then that girl's dead.
You gonna let the girl die?
I can't. I'm not shooting.
I wouldn't shoot. But I'm not a cop. I wasn't trained to shoot.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Yeah. Yeah. That's
100%. If I witness that in real life,
Yeah.
there's zero chance I'm shooting that person. I'm just be like, holy shit, that lady's stabbing that lady.
Stop.
Oh, fuck.
I'd call the 911 and then let the other girl run away. I'm like, all right, cool. We can.
also apparently the girl who was thrusting a knife in the air was the one who called the police. Which
It always bees your own people.
be true.
You know what I mean?
That was a bit of a puzzle, dude. Call the cops and be like, I'm fucking stabbing someone. Apparently there was a fight going on, and that girl was like, I'm going to take it upon myself to break this up.
Well,
Busted out. She was apparently carrying a kitchen knife.
Can I ask? Were they
Wait,
both,
it was a kid. What kind of knife
was it? Two?
I think it was like a steak knife.
If I do find out this was a butter knife, this does
it wasn't
change
a butter
things.
knife.
All right.
Although,
Was it two black children arguing?
I think so.
Okay, so I know how this happened. They were fighting in the house, and then one girl was like, I'm going to call the cops, and she don't leave. And she was like, bitch, call the cops. And she was like, you know what? I'll call the cops myself. And then
Yes.
she called them, and then killed her.
But they did kill her for this.
They
This
did.
was she was going to kill the other girl, you know? Maybe.
Maybe. She might have
Yeah.
just been faking the
If
funk.
she stabbed her a couple times, then yeah, that's a
for
crime.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's not like the argument for that was what about like Kyle Rittenhouse or like Dylan Roof or like, you know, like that's the argument for that.
Yeah, or any of the other black guys arrested for murder that are in jail for murder. Sometimes they go to jail for murder.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or anybody else that's sure.
Yeah.
What's the argument, Dilmer, if they didn't kill him?
No, they got him Burger King.
That was a bad look.
They got a BK?
They got BK.
Yeah, and then they took him to jail.
They probably spit in his burger.
Might have spit in his burger,
They
dude.
probably spit a longer in his burger. Joke's on him.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, guys.
They got-
No, don't be sorry at all.
Yeah,
Don't be.
okay.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, this is discourse, bro.
Yeah.
This is what the country's
True, dude.
lacking.
Yeah.
True.
We need to sit down and have a good laugh together as
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that was
know?
definitely one. I read that one today. Same reaction. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I read the thing and I was like,
Not as bad as you guys are trying to
I
make
was like,
it.
that stinks.
16 hurts though.
Yeah.
16's terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just a young.
I mean, I'd have been able to de-escalate the situation, but
Oh, sure. If there was only a social worker there.
dude, that
You're
makes
like,
me
"Man."
laugh so hard. Like, we need more social work. I'd watch them cry. Someone would disagree with them. They'd be like,
Oh, all the social workers in class.
yeah. So if someone like say something they don't like, they'd be like, ah.
Yeah, we need them in high pressure situations.
Yeah, we need them in like just de-escalating knives and guns and shit. Yeah, they would
You're
be like,
stabbing her. Just like crying.
dude, they would be,
How do you feel about what you just did? No, now you stabbed the other person. How do you feel?
yeah, they would be in there talking about like, they'd be like, well, I'm at my job and one of my clients stood up and yelled at me. One of my clients was sexist. They'd be like fucked up about that. And it's like, dude, try getting a knife at you, bro.
Yeah.
Try getting a knife. Have you ever had a weapon yielded at you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just freeze. You're just like,
I had my dad was dating this old lady and she had this like grandchild was like 15 and I was probably
how much older was she than your dad?
like 20 years.
Swag.
Yeah.
Swag.
Yeah.
Swag.
And like
There's a sorry, I don't
No,
know.
it's okay.
There's a world of dudes. We're gonna put a pin in that right now.
Yeah,
There's
let's
a
go ahead and put a pin in this.
there's a
conversation.
world of dudes who go around and just granny bang.
yeah.
It's dude, I'm telling you, man.
That's not my dad wasn't a granny banger, but
Sounds like
did.
he was. Did you
yeah,
not
It
just say
it was
you
the
had-
one.
How
And
old
she
is-
did have depends.
Yeah.
Like, so,
What?
She had the
That was for cum
Wait, she had
seeping back out of her after you're
she had
dead.
pins?
fucking relder, yeah.
She had pins?
Yeah, dude.
What pin? What kind of pins?
The
Depends.
Like,
she was wearing adult diapers.
yeah.
Oh,
For cum. They were cum diapers.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
fucking hot, dude. Just getting ready to eat some pussy and just
Oh. Oh my god. Was she wealthy? Is that what was happening?
No.
She was a
oh, it's
poor.
a poor old lady with diapers.
Is your
I
dad
just-
fucked up?
I just feel like my dad,
Just loves pussy.
yep.
There's no expiration. He's like every dad. There's no real expiration dates mean nothing. Everyone else is like, this expired in 78. It's like, eat it. It's fine.
Damn, do you,
It's in
think,
the can.
It's fine.
do you think he ever slid the diaper to the side? Oh, you got a blue line, baby. Let me take that off.
He was in the. He was an army recruiter. Not the.
God,
he was in the army
so
recruiter. He
fucking
was
sick.
He was an arm border for like the service. So he was telling me like he would see girls. He would see cute girls come in, and he would quickly look up their file and be like, "Hey, you're a Shonda from Alabama. My cousin lives in Alabama," and he'd like get them to come hang out with him because they're coming from basic training.
Yeah.
So they're fucking horned up, ready to go.
Yep.
And he had a room where you're supposed to have roommates.
You sure you should be saying all this about your father?
It's past the time.
Okay.
I don't care. He told right.
He's getting pussy. This guy's in the military getting pussy.
Okay.
It's the 70s. I don't know. Yeah. It's not like he's not.
I don't think he's doing anything wrong.
Chicks
he's
get
not
fucked.
doing it.
Chicks get fucked up
Yeah.
in the military. Chicks get.
You're fine.
Dude, these are classic. It
It's a good tactic. He was using.
made love to a
He was
troop.
using his power.
He was using.
I made love to a troop.
Yeah.
Fucking
Amen, dude.
National Guard member.
Nice. You do support the services.
For
How
sure.
many branches have you eaten? Have you eaten out?
I love
Pretty
women.
good.
I love women in uniform, dude.
You
I
do.
always wanted to take down a PPA lady.
Ooh.
I used to.
There, you
I was-
fucking gross.
Nah, dude.
You gotta get him right off the street, though.
Dude,
You find a nice Mrs. Officer.
When I worked in that lunch, dude. When I worked in the lunch truck, I used to rig the meter every day. She would come
Hoping
by.
she would come.
She would. She'd come by and she'd be like, "It's out of order again." I'm like, "It's what it is."
What are we gonna do about it?
Punish me. Get up.
Maybe
in
we can settle
dude,
this.
Just something about like blue fat asses and blue khakis.
I think it's the pants that do it. I don't
I'm
think.
telling you.
Yeah. You
No,
see
that
male
is
ladies?
nice.
Male lady pants?
Oh, don't get me started on hot black male ladies, dude. There's an epidemic. There's an epidemic in Philadelphia. It was just like old white dudes, and then it just got replaced by just smoking hot black chicks.
Yeah.
It's funny. I saw a Mexican mailman on the way here, taking his pants off in the back of a truck. For real.
As they do.
He was switching to shorts.
He's probably going
pretty
to
awesome.
Probably going to job too, dude.
True.
He got done the mail. He's throwing on the shorts. He's going somewhere else, dude.
He goes from being a mailman to working at UPS. Just a lateral move.
Fuck, dude.
What?
I think that's against the code for USPS.
No, I was just joking. It just wasn't funny. I was just making a mean face.
He showed to him. Imagine just forgetting and showing up to USPS, but the brown shorts on. All your brothers are just the postal brothers, like
You fucking
Rodrigo,
scab. You motherfucker.
fucking piece of shit.
How dare you?
So your dad was.
He was.
So
he would see a troop come home. He would search the database. He would
Yeah.
lie to them,
He
knowing
didn't
the
lie.
information. Well, he said,
lie.
yeah, he did
was
lie.
like, yeah,
And he would
he was
trick
just
them.
using his information that he had on hand.
Yes.
And to get him back to his room,
It was Tinder.
it was Tinder. It was Tinder.
was Tinder.
His room, where you know how troops usually share rooms.
Yep.
He had his own room.
Yep.
He put double beds in there. He put double dresses in there. These girls come in, they're fucking.
It's a palace.
Really?
So the troop that I had made love to, had someone doing the exact same thing to her. It was like, you got to check out my room, and he had his own room, everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Bird dogging, dude.
It's a good move.
Yep.
How many branches, dude, Matt? You got National Guard.
Thin blue
There's
line.
other service industries.
Yeah, there's other.
Other.
Come on.
You get it.
No, man.
There's other.
It's the pants. It's totally the pants.
I think it's the pants too. I love those fucking pants. Nurses, pants.
Nurses.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Fat asses in pants.
Salute.
Yeah.
Frontline worker.
There's a really hot nurse who gives me COVID tests.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Where'd you get your
It's the
test?
only reason I go.
Just for
come?
the touch. The
dude.
touch of a woman.
She no, it's not that. It's something about the Q-tip. Like it's.
You like get penetrated.
Dude, I had a dream last night. I had an anal exam. It was me and a bunch. I was in Europe. I was in Europe.
Anal exam.
I was a tourist in Europe, and like I got lost.
You were live, laugh, loving.
I got
You were traveling. It was midnight in Paris.
Yeah,
and you were walking around. You're like, oh, this is so magical.
I got lost from my group, and I ended up in the back of like a taxi, like a van with a bunch of people, and they're like, "You got to sit in the very back." And I was crammed. Like, where are we going? They're like, "Oh, we got to stop and do like medical stuff." And they took me to a table with a bunch of strangers, and they just did an anal exam on me. And I was like, "Is this still supposed to hurt?" When I was walking out, and I just woke up.
You got probed by Spanish people?
I think I got probe. I think it was an alien probe.
Wait, do you say Spanish?
Spanish.
All right, good. Yeah, I was feeling a little. I was feeling a little gay myself this week.
Were you really?
I watched that Hemingway. There's a new Ken Burns on Hemingway.
She got gay.
Yeah, I just remembered how gay I was for Hemingway. They started reading his work. I was like, oh, so good. I was just sitting by myself, like, so fucking good, dude. I'd catch myself and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Oh, it's so funny. You beat yourself up.
Hemingway
about that.
rules.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He rules. He was a liar. That he would fib. He would talk himself up
Did
quite
he?
a bit. Yeah.
Nice.
But he was the man.
Hell yeah.
He still ruled. You would like Hemingway.
Okay.
Very simple. It is.
Ooh,
That's
I
how
like
he
that,
writes.
dude. I like
yeah,
that.
he writes in very
Yeah.
simple sentences.
What is he's an author?
You're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have a lot of trouble with any book. Let's start with coloring books. Good God. Yes, he's an author.
He's an Arthur. One of my favorite Arthurs.
Yeah, he's a great author. He wrote.
Dude, that'd be fun to go to community college and just pay, you could pay the money and just pretend to be so dumb. Just be like earnest. Just earnestly go and just fucking flunk so hard on purpose till they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just go in and be like, "Who's the best author? King? Is it King Arthur? Right?
Dude, you can
Is
get
that
the fucking
Shakespeare?
class so hype. Just go in there and dude, I'm gonna go to community college, pay, and just be so bad, dude.
He should go as a joke and just like force white people to be like, "Ooh, that's an interesting point." You should bring up the worst points over and over again and just have white people like,
Oh,
"Well, I never considered that." Dude, it'd be like, "Yes, because you're privileged." You don't know.
yeah. I'm thinking
Like your
about. I might go to community college and be a dangerous mind. Just dressed like in 1992.
Yeah, you can't reach me.
Did you ever see Sister Act 2? They like pepper in like an inner city white kid. And he's like, hey.
Oh, really? They do?
He's like slicked back hair.
Damn.
All the bad white kids in those movies always slick their hair back and have like a buttoned open flannel. I'm like, hey, sister.
They're Italian.
awesome.
All the
Yeah,
bad
they're
kids
just
are
Italian. Yeah.
Sister Act had some bangers though.
Come on, man.
Oh, happy
Come on.
day.
Oh, happy
Yeah, that
day.
song rules.
When Jesus was.
When Jesus was.
wash my sins.
Yeah, that gets me hyped, man. Lauren Hill.
Damn, Lauren Hill's tight, dude.
Yo.
She
Yeah,
rules.
She was good in that.
Yeah.
I support her too. Her position on white people buying her album.
What was it?
She'd rather have her kids starve than have white people buy her. That was a long time ago. I'm sure.
Damn.
She's learned.
What the fuck?
She said that back in the day.
What the fuck, dude?
She was a bit of a problem child, dude.
That's a problem.
Apparently
Yo,
she
she
would
would
show-
Jake Paul. Jake Paul is the problem child.
What happened?
That's his nickname.
He's the problem child.
Problem child. I was watching. I was like, ah, shit. Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, Lauren Hill said that?
Yes. Like
Cardi, get that on the
Eminem
record.
had he was like rapping about it.
Yeah, I
He said
remember
something,
that.
Yeah, because she was like, I'd rather have my children starve. I mean, she used to show up like 2.5 hours late for her
Sometimes
concerts.
she doesn't show up.
It's a problem child. Yeah, it's a problem child.
To this day, she still doesn't show up sometimes when she's booked.
Well, she probably asked what the audience is like, and is like,
Her audience is definitely white.
it's PBs and J's.
Definitely white.
I went to a Jill Scott concert one time.
Ooh.
Definitely black audience.
Dude, sorry. Jill Scott's a queen.
Yeah, she's pretty nice.
I thought that was a politician.
Jill Scott.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I got head before a Jill Scott concert.
What'd she sing?
Tight. Long Walk. Let's take a long walk.
You ever hear Daydreams by Lupe Fiasco?
Yeah.
She's the feature.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a big soulful woman.
Yeah.
It was a lot of her audience primarily consists of sweating black ladies fanning themselves. Her audience,
Yeah.
they gave you a fan when you went in there.
And my dad, he's in there too. My dad's
Now he's bird dogging some geezer. He's trying to find a sweaty lady with a diaper. Oh my God, dude. Did he have to buy her diapers?
I don't know.
Be
I
like
don't
at the
know,
store,
man.
be like, "You want me to pick you up anything?"
Yeah, Rite Aid's his Victoria's Secret.
What is that?
Damn, he's taking them out like, oh shit.
Oh fuck, dude! Wait, how'd you know?
Cause
He was smashing.
I saw him in the back of the seat of his car, and I was like, who needs these?
Oh,
And he was
fuck.
like, they're for what's her face? I don't want to say her name. I won't say her name. They're
Yeah,
for
sure.
her.
Yeah.
They're for her. And I was like,
Damn.
ooh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did she ever get stuck in like the chairlift going up the steps, and you're like, "Oh, I'm getting head."
Yeah.
Stepmom, what are
She's
you
like,
doing?
I'm stuck. Gotta push.
Damn, dude. She's probably getting so wet in those diapers.
Those diapers are probably heavy. Every once in a while, she probably cracked.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's also too if it's been on. If he hadn't seen her in a while, I know this as I change diapers constantly. If it from overnight, it turns into like a basketball. It just gets
hard.
huge.
Yeah.
It gets huge.
Oh,
He was like, damn, girl.
did you miss me?
Hey, little mama, you shit your pants. Little mama, you shit yourself.
Damn, it must have been so hot when they're hanging out. She's like, oh, hold on a second.
Oh
I
my
just peed
God,
myself.
dude.
Do you wear panties under the diaper? You can.
You could, but probably not, right?
Yeah, I guess you don't want to ruin
Because you don't want to. Yeah,
Who knows at that point? Who knows what you're wearing? Anything else?
the freedom is peeing yourself, like wearing it and peeing. Like that's probably free as hell.
Yeah, I think old ladies just piss themselves
They
pretty
can't.
often.
They can't
I
help
think
it.
they always
Women
piss
start
themselves.
pissing themselves when they're like 30.
Ew.
They can't help it.
damn,
Once a
dude.
woman hits 30, she loses all faculties.
What faculties? The remaining faculties.
Yeah, there's peeing, emotional
When do
control.
you think they start losing them? Puberty.
Yeah, exactly.
Because girls were cool when we were young.
Awesome.
They were fast. You could play with them in the
Yep.
play, tackle each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden puberty happened and they just become fucking idiots.
Yep. It just stunts them.
Oh.
I don't know. I think that's our parents' faults, because as soon as girls get boobs, they're like, you got to leave. You can't hang out with them anymore. Is that not your parents do that or no?
Hell no, dude. My dad called me sucking tits in 7th grade.
Yeah, dude.
Flyers. I had a Flyers jacket open, which was
Oh, she was wearing a Flyers jacket?
High five you. He's like,
no. He came down in his underwear. I was like, whoa. Just walked away, and I was closed it up, zipped up the Flyers jacket. That was fucking awesome.
What are you two yapping about?
Apparently, that's a lie. Lauryn Hill never said that, and she
What?
apologized for it.
Why'd she
said someone
apologize for-
misconstrued her words.
What were her words?
I don't know. Apparently, she was misquoted by someone, and she said that it really, really hurt her a great deal because she thinks her music is universal.
Sounds like somebody wrote that later for her.
Yeah, I got to try to dig up the original quote. That's a tough thing to take out of context.
All right, I will.
Could be the White Devil, though.
Yeah,
Back then, the White Devil was definitely a foot.
true. Maybe she didn't say it. Maybe she said, no, I absolutely love when I look out in the audience and see white faces.
Damn.
If my
I was like,
go a
you know
little
what I'd
hun-
like
if my
to...
kids go a little hungry because they don't come, I deal with that then.
I'd like to find Derek Chauvin's social media. I think it'd be very funny to see if he had any cool Instagram videos of like going to the beach, like playing funny music, just listening to music.
Did they not? They must have shut it down.
He
immediately.
looks Salt Life, dude. He might have been Salt Life.
He might have.
Most
been,
cops are Salt Life.
He was probably late. He's probably supposed. Was that?
That's not. That's
no.
True.
There's always some bad apples within Salt Life.
Absolutely,
Allegedly,
absolutely, dude.
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, dude. Lemaire fucking gifted us. Salt
Lemaire
Life
did
here.
give to Salt Life.
Do you think he was like family had the car packed up? It was Friday. He was trying to get out of beach traffic, and then all of a sudden came across a counterfeiter.
that would have been the defense's first? I don't know if they brought that up. That seems like that would have been.
Your
right
Honor,
away.
we're calling Jimmy Buffett to the stand.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if
man.
we'll find anything funny on his. It's probably all been erased.
No, usually
I
it's
can't find much, but I remember like when the trial was popping off, he posted a picture of him on the beach like, I'm going to be chilling for a while. I remember that.
What?
I'm
Damn.
looking for that, though. I can't find
Somebody posted a funny Instagram post about it, like a GIF of remember the Terminator, the cop that just walked through the
T2000.
bars.
Yeah.
They're like Chauvin when he gets in jail, just walking straight out through the bars.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's not going to do a lot of time.
He will
You think so?
definitely.
Did
He's
they?
gonna die.
You think he's going to die in jail?
Yeah, I believe.
No, there's going to be a strong Republican Party president's going to pardon him. Chauvin's going to be a hot pardon.
Where's he at? In
When Trump's son becomes president in
Milwaukee?
2024.
Or no, where is he? Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That place has been a hot. Not Minneapolis. Didn't like a Somali cop kill somebody there a little bit ago?
We have Somali cops.
Probably
And
they have a ton of
Minneapolis.
Somalis.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's the solution
I'm
to
at
this
the
whole
mall.
thing. We should have a strictly
Set 'em at the
African. We should have a strictly African police force.
Sharia law.
Very neutral. Very neutral.
Yeah.
Straight shooters.
Yeah.
Dude, if we just had
They're
Somalis
actually
coming,
terrible shots. Especially the Somalis. You remember Black Hawk Down? They're like, let them shoot. These guys can't.
that would be a pretty decent solution.
I wish I had an African
If we had
impression.
an immigrant police force,
Give it a shot. I'd like to hear you try
Put
it.
your knife down. I don't know.
Actually, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
expecting significantly worse. Sorry, I'm being mean to you.
okay.
I'm being mean.
It's
No,
okay,
it would
man.
be-
It's okay.
You know,
Dude, I'm hype on this immigrant police force, dude. You could just fucking get
Dude.
pulled over and be like, here's $5.
What if we get?
Oh yeah.
What if we let Mexico be the cops?
Huh?
What if we let the Mexicos be the cops?
The Mexicos, they got some problems down there
Yeah.
that they need to. Their police force needs to pick it up a little.
Yeah, you're right.
They all dress like Sub-Zero though, which I do appreciate. All police have to dress like a fucking Mortal Kombat character because they get fatality. They get actually fatalities.
They get brutality.
all the time.
Yeah, Mexican cops get brutality every day.
all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite videos online.
Yeah.
Favorite? Te gusta?
Huh?
Ay, de mí, dude. Te gusta los videos?
Just a little murder.
Seeing the Mexican cops get fucked up.
Sad, dude. I love the Mexican police. Those guys fucking
I support
rule.
I support the Pequeña Azulina, dude. Big time.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Yeah, dude. We need
Small.
immigrants get it done, dude. That would be the most brutal police force. Just dudes coming from like Dagestan.
Yeah.
It would be no good.
They would have stabbed that girl. It's not a reflex. Like, oh shit.
If we had an African police force, they'd all be children.
You'd have to let them.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Not
You
bad.
got that would be tough. I think
Well, they're also used to being strapped. You have to strap them up heavily.
Yeah, machetes.
Yeah, they get here. I'm like, what's this handgun shit? I need a fucking
Yeah.
AK-47.
yeah, we're gonna need AKs.
We have any bombs?
Yeah.
You give an African guy a machete and some head garb, he'll be fucking good.
True.
Yeah.
What's the beef between African dudes and American black dudes?
I was gonna say.
I love bringing that
I
up.
wasn't gonna say that. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna help this country if we give those guys the AKs.
Yeah.
Dude, it'll be pull your pants up vibes big time.
Big time boy. That's because they all dress like fucking white nerds.
True.
Dudes in Africa,
Well, they be get in trouble for Ubering in the squad car.
they wear like
They couldn't turn down the extra
yeah,
box.
dude. They wear like
Turn on the lights, dude. Like, you need to get to the airport. Turn on the light.
it's all short sleeve button downs. Short sleeve button downs tucked into pants up to your belly button.
basically
They
dressed
literally dress like white dorks at all times.
They're basically wearing police
Sandals.
uniforms. They're wearing like brass. They're like white shirt tucked in, dress
Yes.
pants. All they need is a hat, dude.
A lot of them get hats. They just have those hats too. Dude, African outfit. It's sad why, but it's funny that it's just like, yo, whatever you get, dude, toss it on.
Yeah.
It's like
African-
SpongeBob.
They can fly as hell.
An African police uniform would say Super Bowl champions,
yeah.
Tampa Bay, or the fucking
The
Kansas
team that
City
didn't
Chiefs.
win.
Yeah.
Dude, I got fucking hissed at in social work school for that. Someone was saying, like, well, how do you know? You can't tell the difference of an African American and an African immigrant. And I was
Very
like,
easily.
yes, you fucking can.
Very easily.
And they're like, how? And they're like, well, how would you know? And I'm like, if you see a black dude with like business casual on like a Tuesday at 11 a.m., dude, people were like, that's fucked up. The
Yeah.
only people who laughed at it and agreed were the black people in the room. They're
Yeah.
like,
If he's doing
Fair.
something weird, if he's doing something like if he's like holding hands with another guy talking, you're like, all right, that guy's from a different country.
or if he's just like squatted, it's like a squat position
Yeah.
in like a suit.
Basically, if you see a black dude acting Asian, it's like, all right.
I need to work on my squat, my public squat.
Yeah.
So powerful, dude, to sit and squat.
Just eat lunch. Go to Wawa, get a hoagie, walk
Squat.
outside, squat, just eat it.
And sandals.
It's also like there's like a poor redneck move. They'll bust a squat. If you ever work with like poor white construction workers, they get a break and they just like squat down,
They'll
smoke
go
a
down.
cigarette, dude. It's fucking so sick, dude. Busting a squat fucking rules, dude. Just stand outside an auto body shop and smoke a cig on a full squat. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I feel like the beef between American black people, I don't know how to say it anymore. Niggas and Africans. I feel like the problem between niggas and Africans is that like Africans feel like they are kings and we were.
You
was
guys was
king.
the true
We
king.
was.
You
Yeah.
was, they is.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like they got goofed. Like, you know, like they're over there because they're stupid. You know?
I don't want to be the one to break this to you.
I think they're like your version of British people. I see British people like that's not how you speak the language. Like,
It's more like
shut up.
Chinese, Japanese.
Oh,
Dirty knees.
What?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no,
beef. I've seen the beef. It's real. I've
It is
witnessed
real
it,
beef.
and it's just, man, is that a fun thing to watch?
Yeah.
To see
Yeah,
the
it's
battle?
fun for us.
It's I also think it might be a thing where like in America,
you
I feel
can
like
say
black
anything.
people. I feel like black people have lower self-esteem in America than like
Really?
anyone else. Not just like social self-esteem, but Africans have like a regular social self-esteem, like
Or the highest ever.
the highest. Yeah,
I think they might have the highest
yeah.
ever.
Anyone who comes from another country to America has like higher social self-esteem than like black people in America. Black people in America, we've been lowered and like systematically done, so we like have low self-opinion of ourselves, but everybody
Yeah.
else is like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
that's
you
just
guys
like
don't have a high self opinion.
no.
No.
That's what all the grandstanding is. That's what
Yeah,
the rap,
read the
jewelry.
David Goggins autobiography, dude. He talks about
Dude,
this.
it's all-
he
it's
sagged.
all just-
he
it's all
sagged
just a-
out of anger.
Yeah,
David Goggins sagged out of anger. He was like beneath it was just bullshit, dude. I mean, he was getting like legitimately tortured.
For what?
David Goggins?
His knees.
He grew up in fucking Indiana, dude.
Oh.
He was the only white kid in his school. Dude, his story's fucked up.
How
man.
old is he?
Goggins? How old was he? Or is he now?
dead.
He's
Oh.
he went to
At one point, he was 12.
he went to high school in like the 80s. So
Okay.
yeah, he's probably 45.
When did he gump out and start running?
I didn't get to that part yet. I got to the part when he
I'll tell you how the story ends.
someone wrote the N
He
word.
starts jogging.
He starts
And then he
jogging.
gets on Rogan.
Well, he's in the Air Force. He's in the Air Force, dude. He was like, so his dad was like they lived in like a nice part of town, but his dad was like a violent criminal who owned a skating rink
Nice.
and would just like beat the fuck out of them every night. And then they eventually like they escaped that, and then like his mom got they're in like Indiana. His mom got a boyfriend, and 2 days before they were about to move into the new boyfriend's house, dude got murdered. And then like a year before that, he just like left us out, but comes back to it. He was on the bus, and a little kid ran out with like a tray of cookies to bring to the bus driver. The bus driver didn't see him and ran his head over, and Goggins got out. They were like, get everyone off the bus, and he got out and looked and was like, fuck. Dude, this story, it's like just horrendous. And then in between that, he would like open his textbook and get notes of people being like, we're going to fucking kill you, like hitting him with like hard ends. Went to the principal to report it. And the principal's like, they didn't spell it right though. He's like, look how dumb they are. They didn't spell it. Just out like says it to him. And he's like, God damn it. Yeah, Goggins, dude.
Jeez.
Seeing a kid get his head run over is fucked.
Yeah. That's probably what he's running from.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
totally what he's
Yeah.
running from.
I saw that tow truck driver get his head knocked off.
Did you?
What?
Yeah, I hit the look.
What did he get hit on?
Got hit with a truck.
Wait,
He got
how?
hit with a tractor trailer while he was getting out. A tow truck driver. I hit the look
That's
while I was
rough.
driving.
Wait,
I didn't start jogging.
you saw that?
Yes.
What?
I saw a headless man on the street from me to you. My car was in the right lane.
Did he drop to his knees?
No, he was laying on his back with his fucking head off.
You should work for Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat.
And then I started jogging.
You're lucky you didn't check in.
Bro, yeah, Lemaire was telling us before we were playing Mortal Kombat. Apparently, what was it? A lot of the people working on it had to check in.
all the nerds were like, they had to go to therapy because they couldn't like deal with
The
the.
sick and twisted fatalities they were coming up
Yeah.
with.
Oh my
Like
god.
a lady
dude.
screaming a guy's face off. And they were like, oh, whoa, I gotta go home.
Imagine the therapist just sitting there just being like,
What are you working on?
it's like the fatalities. Well, it was a brutality. I wanted to put a friendship in there. But they said it wasn't.
I want the friendship.
That's probably why they put the friendships. The nerds are probably just fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
Probably so evil,
Those
dude.
are fragile nerds, dude.
That's also what nerds probably think about doing to people all day long.
And then I rip his arms off, and then I throw 2 bullets in the air, and they bounce off of a coin and hit him right in the eyes, and his legs are burned in acid.
Nerds are full of evil. Not
Nerds are-
vengeance. Nerds
They can
are
go
full of
evil. They can
vengeance.
go evil. When nerds see the light,
Bezos.
it's good. Yeah, Bezos is
Pretty evil.
yeah,
Is he
well,
evil?
He's just rich.
He's trying to own the world. Like
Well, that rules.
Elon Musk is pretty evil too.
Why do you think Musk is the man?
Because I feel like he's like lulling us in with his charming retarded guyness.
What?
You know, because he's still a tech guy, and all tech people are retarded, like socially retarded.
Fair enough.
So he's just a charming, socially retarded guy who can get to the moon. He's going to get to the moon. He's going to fucking. It's going to be weird. He's going to start putting shit on the moon.
Like
this
what?
is
Like
your
immediately.
nerd mind creating a supervillain.
I'm telling you
Sure,
what's
you
going to
guys
happen.
love supervillains.
This is what's going to happen, man.
If you see a guy like who's super futuristic, you're just like waiting for him to come at you with like a hovercraft throwing pumpkins at, and he's gonna.
So you think he's going to go to the moon and
He's going to the moon to see what's on the moon. He's getting, he has the grant. He already has the permission with NASA. He's working with NASA to go to the moon. He's going to go to the moon, see what's on the moon, and be like, maybe go to a Tesla dealership up here, you know?
yeah, that'll sell.
Not yet. It's just about it'll take 50
Sounds like
years.
he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Sounds like those are all good things.
His
that we
other
should
plan
want.
is to nuke Mars. He wants to nuke Mars because the fastest way to make Mars inhabitable will be to nuke it,
How?
according to him.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Who gives a fuck? Nuke Mars.
Yeah.
Wait. So what?
But,
How?
like, we
how
don't
would
know
the
what
nuke
about
make
Mars.
that inhabitable?
I
That
don't
makes
because
no
it would
sense.
because I think it creates atmosphere.
Hell yeah. That's all we were
Yeah.
trying to do back then. Create a little atmosphere, change the atmosphere a little. Atmosphere is running low.
Yeah.
Hold on,
You
boys.
guys
Hold on, boys. We got you.
Yeah.
Hold on, boys.
You guys got a hole in your ozone layer. Let's fix it real quick.
Yeah, let's fucking patch that up. So nukes. Dude, I love nukes, man. Everyone's so scared of them. It's like, dude, they rule.
That fucking tweet Spud sent.
I
in the
saw
group chat,
that,
That
yeah.
startled me a little.
Of just
That
being.
was uneasy.
They're just trying to get clicks, dude. That's the
What
department.
the fuck was that?
Just saying, like, dude, they're just nerds running some shit, being
It
like,
was gibberish.
they're just preparing for nuclear. We're
Wait,
doing
who?
like nuclear drills.
It was like the Department of Defense.
Yeah, it's like Department of Defense
Oh, in
tweeted.
DC, right? The Air Force drills.
They
yeah.
tweeted saying like we're running. I forget what it was. Like,
It's truly a nonsense. This is the U.S. Strategic Command.
Yeah.
U.S. Stratcom. They tweeted hashtag U.S. Stratcom. They're trying to start a fucking hashtag.
yeah, which is hilarious.
This is insane. Posture statement preview. The spectrum of conflict today is neither linear nor predictable. We must account for the possibility of conflict leading to conditions which could be very rapidly drive an adversary to consider nuclear use as their least bad option. What?
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Dude, I'm telling you, they're
I
trying.
think
That's
Biden typed that one.
that's
out.
clickbait.
They're going to use it as their least bad option. Come on.
That's clickbait, dude. It's pretty upsetting to know that. I first of all I was like, it's not real. It is real.
It's like it's fear mongering.
What? Yeah, it is. They're just getting hyped, dude.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
Yeah, but I don't like that. That
Put
made me
something
feel
fun.
uncomfortable. It's like, what is U.S. Stratcom doing trying to go viral and get hyped? What are they trying to get hyped for?
I don't know why they need to go viral. They have nukes.
Yeah.
It's like you guys.
You
you're
guys
good.
have the most clout.
Yeah, you're good.
You can kill everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what we don't need like nuclear holocaust trending right now.
Yeah, hey guys, just a reminder. A bad guy could use a nuke.
Yeah, it's like I know.
Yeah, we thought about it.
Do you ever see helicopters or some kind of aircraft like military aircraft? And you're like, dude, what if it's going down?
Yeah.
What if this is
Yeah,
ID4?
of course.
It happens to me every now
I
and
like
then.
that.
I'm like, what if it's ID4?
What's ID for?
Independence Day.
Oh,
Come on, dude.
Yeah. Are you excited for the aliens? You seem ready for aliens.
I still kind of don't believe in aliens because I'm a Lord man. You can't.
You
believe
like
in-
the Lord now?
You can't. I've always been a man of JC, dude. I just took a little bit of time away, you know.
What
Took
did you
some
do
time
that was
away.
ungodly?
Sex.
You did sex?
All right, so you sinned once.
Yeah, yeah. That's enough for me, dude. That's straight too
You go
far
to
from the
confession?
Lord. I was like, God.
Did you go to
You
confession?
probably went
You're like-
straight to confession. You're like, finally, a good one.
I'm a Christian. We could just talk to God. We don't
True.
need a dude.
You don't
in
need the
between us.
intermediary.
We just got. Yeah, we can just talk.
You
straight
should
to
talk
him.
to a priest. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah, just go in there and be like, I had sex. He's like, you're sexually active. Be like, I didn't say that.
I had one. I'm back on the IR.
I had one sex.
Like one Hail Mary.
Yeah, connected.
That's awesome. Dude, honestly,
Doug Flutie.
I wish, looking back on it, I'd saved my virginity for as late as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, getting pussy at like your 30s for the first time would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, really would have.
Get like your finances set up and just like raw
Oh,
dog cream
yeah.
pie right off the bat like you're supposed
yeah,
to.
yeah. Yeah, can
I
do
wish
that.
I never.
Turns
I
out
hate
you are
it.
supposed to.
You are, dude.
That's how you're supposed to.
It's sex. That's what sex is.
Yeah.
Pulling out of a girl is just masturbation. It's
That's
not
against
sex.
the Lord.
True.
It certainly is, but it still rules.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I saved up like a 6-dayer and let it go recently. First of all, it was, oh my God. Blue. It's as if I was chewing on the blue, dude.
Yeah.
I was just absolutely rock hard. And dude, I honestly thought about not coming. just finishing and being like, I'm done.
Ooh,
I'm thinking
That
I
would've
might
been
start doing
insane.
that. Whatever.
You're
crazy
edging,
man.
dude?
Just holding it in. Just be like, I'm good.
You're gonna blow a hole through your drywall. Just like
True.
you just finished.
But I pulled out, and I remember thinking to myself,
this ain't it. This ain't right.
spilling seed. This is bullshit.
Something ain't right here.
This is bullshit.
Have you boned? When's
Not recently.
Okay, that's all right.
all
It's
good.
been a while.
It's a pandemic, dude. Come on.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah. No, people have been fucking during the pandemic. That's like one of the only things people have been doing.
Fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough to. You got to go out and find someone, and during the pandemic, that's
Yeah.
difficult.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. I actually had a lady come over during the pandemic.
Did you really?
Yeah. It didn't end good.
What'd you
What
do? Did you run her out?
No, I didn't run her out. You know, it was just like, okay, I'll tell you. She came over. I just was looking for some cuddles. You know, I need some
Heard that.
cuddling.
Well, that's
some dudes.
terrible. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Up
you
front.
shouldn't have said
Sit
that.
up front. Sit up front.
You said I'm looking for cuddles.
I'm looking for some cuddling and some doob smoke. You know, let's
Was
smoke
this
and
on the
cuddle.
internet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
letting them know my plans. The lady was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." And then she came over, and then she put on "Silence of the Lambs," which was weird for me. I was like, "Why?"
It's not
All
cuddle
right.
music. That's not cuddle movie.
Yeah, no. And then we were cuddling, and then she started kissing me, and I'm like,
Bitch.
The fuck?
"Whoa,
There's a whore.
yeah,
He said, "Puh, whore.
yeah,
How dare you kiss during cuddles?"
wow, yeah."
So then what happened?
didn't even. It just started. She didn't even like nest kiss or
Where'd
nothing.
she
Just
kiss
started-
you? On your
just
mouth?
right on my mouth.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's like, "You're a good kisser." I was like, "You liar!" And then we started the sex, and
Oh, you had sex?
I could not get hard.
Oh, really?
Not get
What was
hard.
cuddle time, dude? You're not
Yeah.
supposed to get hard.
That was a high pressure
If
situation.
you get hard while cuddling, you're a pervert.
I could cuddle with anybody and get hard. What do you
No,
talking
not me,
about?
dude. You know
If
there's
you and me cuddled, I'd get you hard.
true. That's true.
I'd warm you up.
Well, how are you gonna cuddle me?
We could do front hug,
Oh,
face to face front hug.
oh.
That's what it was.
That's what you guys are doing?
Weird.
Oh, that's very
That's exactly
uncomfortable.
it, dude.
During
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
During Silence of the Lambs.
Face to face?
Face to face.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No.
You know
Now
they
this
had-
lady sounds like a looker.
She was okay.
I'm sorry. I was
fine.
being
She
mean.
was
I'm
cool.
sorry.
She was cool.
Stop.
She was great people, dude.
I know it was rude. I'm having fun.
You should say you should only cuddle from the clothed 69 position.
Oh,
That'd be nice, dude.
That's power.
Smell her pants.
You just put the side of your head towards your vagina.
Smelling her depends.
Yeah. So you guys, oh, you
We
couldn't
did it.
get
I
up.
didn't. I got it, but then it just it was the fucking. It was like a.
Don't worry. Been there a bunch of times. How nice is it to jerk off as soon as she leaves?
Oh, I kind of.
That's the best part.
I kind
dude.
of felt
Not
Not
bad.
getting it up, not so bad when you jerk off immediately.
True.
You're like,
You're
see,
all
I
worked
got it.
up.
You get hard right away. You're like, I knew I could do it. It's a mental thing.
It's her.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what happened? I tell you what
That's so
happened. Why I
funny.
couldn't get hard. I'll tell you what happened. Like, cause we were doing it, and I put on a condom. I was going.
Well, there
Well,
you
that'll
go.
do it.
and then,
Yeah.
I started.
That's a guaranteed no.
That's a boner trap.
But then I was like, "Hey, could you help me out?" And then she just ripped the condom off. I was like, "Wait, that's not what I meant."
No, that's
not
great.
what I-
No,
that's
condoms
something
are literally for the horniest dudes on earth.
True.
If you're wearing condoms, you are a pedophile.
They're for
you're
sex
you're
addicts. You're a pedophile.
You are a pedophile.
Yeah, they're for pedophiles.
If you wear a condom,
sex
you are
addicts.
a absolute sex pest predator. You're the horniest guy ever. Who are these guys for fucking with condoms on? For real.
It's weird, man.
I can't even believe if somebody brings that up to me.
They're
I'm
for,
like,
they're
what are
for
you
like they're for
talking
like
about?
20-year-olds. If you're 20, you're like,
You imagine going to the bar and then like bringing a chick home and putting a condom on?
yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, like let's have sex.
I've done it out of courtesy.
I've tried. It's not. I'm not even close.
Yeah, it stinks, dude. And then your head like mashes up into the tip, and you're just
Yeah.
like, I can't even feel
Pull it
it.
off. It's just a condom hanging off your dick.
It's gross.
Barely. The thing's just wrapped around the head of your dick.
It's disgusting, dude. They really should be. People gotta knock it off of them. They're for like youngsters. Put them on, and they're like, "Do you ever cream pie with a condom on?" It's like the most
Yeah,
jarring thing. You're just like, ooh, ooh. Pull it
I'm
off.
still pulled out.
I've only,
Yeah, I used to pull
Yeah.
out a condom too.
I've only ever cream pied once.
Ooh.
You're 1 for 1 on CPs.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah,
You're batting 100.
Yeah, hell
Batting
yeah.
1,000.
What noise would you say roughly you made?
There you go. That's hard hitting question. I'd love to hear it.
That was more
I
than
hate
that.
hearing
dude. It was more than that.
Said I heard it.
That was.
No, that's about right.
Yeah.
Really? For cream pie?
Well,
Dude, I'm not a noise.
True.
Man. I'm fucking. I'm.
yeah. something from inside.
It's like a diaphragm, dude.
It is. Ew, man.
I had to pull it out, man.
So, and that was with a condom on your cream pie?
No.
Oh, it was
No,
just a
no,
pure
no,
cream
no.
pie.
Yeah, it was a pure
First
one.
sex.
I had to get some B the next day.
Your first sex,
Yeah.
you cream pie?
Yeah, first sex, first cream pie, first B. Yeah.
I knew dudes like that all throughout college who just only
She
cream
got
pie.
pregnant. It was 1 for 1.
Awesome, dude.
Yes, she has triplets.
Oh, dude. That'd be awesome.
Guys that would only
I
cream
know
pie.
dudes in college who would just be
plan
like,
B
yeah,
it
I
up.
came inside her, and I would just be like, no, not, they would just hit the bricks
Yeah.
later. I know dudes like that, and I'm like, dude, how?
Yeah.
They're like,
She'll get an abortion.
exactly.
This
She'll
is
do the
her.
right thing.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
She'll get an abortion and regret it the rest
Like,
of
dude,
her
I
life.
was
No problem. I'll never see that bitch.
Yeah. That's how some of my boys used to hold it down. Like, oh yeah, dude.
That's
like,
that's no way to hold it down.
came inside. There's junk.
That's
They were
bad.
youngsters. They were youngsters.
Of
but
course.
I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, dude, I hit a CP in high school. That was, I was spooked.
Were you scared?
I was shook.
Yeah, I
dude.
was spooked every time I had sex when I was young.
Yo, yeah.
I was very spooked.
Oh yeah.
Now it ain't nothing.
It's nothing. Now everyone would high five you.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey ma, she'd be like, oh my god. That's
Oh yeah, true.
Hey, Maul.
so stoked.
I'd be bummed.
Yeah,
I'd be bummed out.
dude.
I would have to eat my young.
You think you eat your
I
young?
would kill it.
Yeah.
If she refused an abortion, I would Saturn out.
You
I'd be
would
like,
say-
give me that baby.
Oh man. Yeah, I just heard my daughter say no clearly for the first time today. Cried. We're reading the book,
sweet.
Where Spot, and you just like open the little flap. So you open the flap, and you know there's supposed to be the puppy, but it's just like a monkey in the closet. I'm like, "Is there a Spot?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "That's so funny."
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I could have munched her.
You could have easily, you could have devoured your young.
Devoured my young,
Of course.
And like
As you, I mean, if you want to ascend, if you want to become truly a
True.
godlike creature,
devour.
devour your young. Would you ever consider devouring your young?
Yeah, if they wrong me.
If they do wrong
If
you?
they wrong me,
If
yes.
they try to usurp you?
Yeah, if they try to usurp me
Yeah.
as the head of the house. That's why kids fight dads all the time. You know, they try to usurp them. They're like, shut the fuck up. I could have ate you.
Yeah,
I should eat you right
I
now.
should eat you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if
Fucking
I have a son,
ingrate.
I'd have to really like
You beat the fuck
fuck
out
him
of
up.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like on his 14th birthday.
You gotta do those Mortal
Fuck.
Kombat combos on him.
Oh, for sure. Dude.
You just
Sweep kick.
button mash on your son.
Oh, just one of these, like overhead.
Jump in the air. Okay.
That must be sick. How much stronger you are than your son when they're like 13.
Oh.
Just beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
It's probably scary though when you like, oh shit, like you feel like there's.
Oh, when you like try to wrestle him and he
I
gets
dealt,
a
I
little
dealt with that
strong.
with Billy, dude.
Yeah.
I was whooping Billy's ass for the longest time. Go away to college, you come back, and he's just fucking like pushing rocks. And you're like,
Oh no.
does he remember?
Yeah,
all
it
the
turns
shit
out
he
he does. It turns
yeah.
out it fucked him up a little.
Yeah.
I stopped
dude.
fighting my brother before he got bigger than me, so he wouldn't do that because I knew.
Jabri?
Yeah, we used to fight all the time, but he got bigger than me, and I was like, "Look, man, truce." Like, this is truce.
Who used to win back in the day?
Me.
Did you?
Yeah. I got some hands.
Did you guys like fight, like box?
Yeah, we didn't box. We just
No,
like,
it was more
fist
like you ever see those when you put on sumo wrestling suits?
You ever see two
that
nerds
funny?
fight? Yeah, it was funny.
And one of you falls.
And then maybe
You're like, that's what I thought, motherfucker.
Trying to get up.
yeah, how do nerds fight?
Nerds fight viciously. Nerds
Yeah,
try
to
nerds try
cry.
kill each other.
I nerd fight. When I fight, I do nerd fight. I'm like, what the
Just like grab the other person's skin on,
Yeah.
like, squeeze, like
yes,
your
yes,
face stretches out like
100% nerd
you're
fight.
like 5-year-old Joker face. It's like,
And then I cry. I cry for an hour straight after the fight.
Yeah. It's like, why'd you make me do that?
Yeah,
that is the nerd. They all get their faces melt into. They fucking-
No, you ever? There was this one type of nerds who, when they get mad, they go like this. Like they're
that's a
powering up.
retarded guy.
Uh,
I know you don't see him too often, but that was a black retarded guy. You don't see him too often.
You don't. Well,
Do you? Were they
Unless
milling
they're going
about?
like this, unless they're mad.
They're like, oh shit, he retarded.
He's charging
oh
up.
shit, run.
Yeah, dude.
He charges up. Those guys, dude. When those dudes get loose in a school, it's like when an elephant gets loose in like India, just breaks through a wall, starts running. Everyone's hitting it with sticks.
I think, especially if you're like, you're dealing like a
That's not bad.
poor, fucked up area. If you're like running like a gang, you scout them early.
Oh yeah.
You see, I like
Got
that
some
boys.
hard
I like
hitters.
that boys about it.
I'm gonna send one of my hitters after you.
Dude, the no
Like
go,
that's that motherfucker right there who stole your fucking candy.
the no go zone. That one in that I forget what town it was. It was in South America, but they were just like retarded meth heads. And they're a gang of them, and it was just there's a dude who ran them, and it was just like dude,
That's like a
wow.
pack of feral dogs.
Yeah, man.
Domesticated,
Getting
just like
wild.
all of a sudden there's just a pack of like golden retrievers that are vicious. It's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
what
Now they have a
happened?
bunch of energy because of meth.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They're gonna burn out though. You got to give them a couple years. Let them run rampant for like 5 years. They'll skinny themselves out.
True.
They're not gonna eat.
True. They'll change their ways though.
No, they won't. Dude, if you were in a favela or whatever that is, doing fucking
cradle
meth,
to the grave, yeah.
you're dying. There's no like, oh, I changed my. Hey guys, I'm sorry.
That'd be funny for those guys who try to like run youth programs and they're just like, just all meth the fuck out and like, dude, we're over here.
Yeah. Like we're in Brazil, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna go well.
True.
Do you guys know about like Philly Wiki?
What's that?
It's like a Reddit where they like they reveal all the hood stuff that's like happening in Philly. They're like, yo, this is where all the murderers are happening. This is where all the people like.
Sounds
they're
awesome.
like,
Damn,
it's
black
sick.
people have Q too.
Yeah.
You guys have a Q?
There's one in Detroit.
What
called
letter?
Crime of the
What
Day.
letter would it be?
P. P. No, it's Q. It's Q.
Shane's
It's
busting
Q.
a dirty joke on you.
Oh.
Shane busted a VFW joke on you.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
How are you confused?
I think I get it. I think.
All
Yeah.
JK.
Shane just fucking Gogggins to you, dude. He wrote your notebook. Oh man.
Yeah.
What would he post? What would that person post?
They'd be like, yo, y'all gotta watch out. The ops everywhere.
So wait, so it's almost like anonymous then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like QAnon.
It's like anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like tell on who like just killed somebody usually too. They're like, yo, there was a shooting on 16th and Diamond the other day. It was man.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's like
That's
it's
actually a very good thing.
It's awesome. Clearly anime black dudes.
Yes.
These are vigilantes. This is a guy just like witnessing a murder, like, whoa,
Yeah, I
going
wonder-
back into his room and like putting on an outfit and being like,
This is exactly the Q documentary. It's like, I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, he's
not
very
me.
smart and crafty.
It's not me.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
You're-
me. No,
Yeah,
I'm
true.
passing
This is
on the
high
information.
stakes.
I would
This is
never.
high
It's not
stakes.
me. It's not me.
True.
I'm just passing along the
oh,
information.
so there's someone being like, enough of this.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. It is bullshit.
Yeah.
It is fucking bullshit.
What, did they have to deal with that?
Yeah, dude.
Crime-ridden
And
neighborhoods.
if you're like, hey guys, I think it's kind of like, shut up, bitch, and you're like, like
Don't
four of
wanna
my
be a
cousins were
snitch.
murdered over nothing.
I don't even think it's not like that. I think it's more of like they're trying to make it more accessible for other drug dealers, like other criminals. Like it's kind of like a criminal net. Like, yo, look out for this guy. Look out for this guy. It's kind of
Well,
like a
Well,
it's
they're
kinda
doing
like
a pretty
street
bad
justice
job
website.
not
So it's like
encrypting it.
omarscoming.com.
Yeah, omarscoming.com.
Yeah.
yeah,
But they're not like encrypting it or like
No, it's
putting
just a subreddit.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
anybody can go see it. There's
And
totally
then-
cops in
yeah.
there and shit. So,
Yeah, definitely.
dude.
That was
When-
always funny. Whenever I knew, not all, but a decent amount of the black dudes who sold drugs that I knew,
Yeah.
their social media is always fucking popping, dude. Just like they'll be with like banana
Yeah.
clips at a party, and it's like, or just like sitting there with like AR-15s,
Yeah.
and it's like, police see this stuff.
Dude, the narcos all do that. In Mexico,
Do
every
they?
one of them are like social media.
Gun
like,
parties?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, there's like females. There's hot lady narcos
Nice.
that post like sexy pics with like drugs and guns all over them.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. Doesn't get flagged.
Would you hang out with a narcos lady?
No, literally zero chance.
Yeah.
I've seen the fatalities. I'm not gonna be hung up with my tiny penis in my mouth from a bridge. Just my small dick.
Just like my salt and pepper balls.
Just ladies walking by. Like, oh my god, it's the smallest dick.
They won't even know. Your mouth will be closed.
Is that his tongue? He has a small white tongue. It's just
That would stink, dude.
Dude, she would have to like kill you, rip it off, and like let's put a different dick in there. Let's make it feel good.
It'd be tight.
Yeah.
Let me see your tongue.
I got a long tongue, bro. Come on now. Oh, we got the wide boy, dude. We got the wide boy.
You got that cow tongue. Damn. Oh man.
Damn, dude, that was the shit back in 8th grade. Be like, I can eat pussy so good.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Like
What-
Gene Simmons' tongue. Did you ever try to like stick your tongue in a girl's vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I did. Yeah, I just did it. Just did it.
Did you really?
It's fun. Every time I'm down there, I give it a poke for my own sake. I know it's not doing anything for them.
No, that's good.
Just a little cow poke.
No, they like it, dude. You think that's good? Wait
That's how
till you see
eat
what I
pussy.
got.
I go like this.
Well, Shane, I've done some research, and it is kind of pleasure. You do a little circle in there.
Well, you're hitting it with that girth, dude.
You do,
You're looking it up?
huh?
You're looking it up.
You go in, little circle, go out, little circle, little flicks.
Damn, dude. You're rocking like my 8th grade search history.
Yeah.
Like, how to eat pussy good.
So you didn't have an uncle?
No,
What the fuck?
I did not have an uncle.
You didn't have an older cousin?
No, dude. I grew up. All my family lives out here, but I grew up in Detroit.
Ah, yeah.
So it was just fucking
Indeed.
learning.
No one's
shit.
telling
Nobody
you
taught me how to eat pussy.
You had to do it all on your own.
Self-taught.
I did the alphabet for the first like decade of eating pussy.
Yeah.
A, B, C.
My dad sat me down one day.
Did he taught you how to eat pussy? No, wait.
I think what's better than the alphabet? Figure 8.
Ooh.
Just an 8 is better than the alphabet.
Damn, infinity, dude.
It's crazy. I'm going to definitely do this. And I'm going to think of a mayor while I'm eating pussy shortly.
I have 2 moves. I just circle it. And then I just take the whole thing in my mouth and go as fast as I can.
That's probably good.
You hit the vacuum pump on it.
Dude.
You go
Okay.
suck it in, put it in 0G, and just
Suck it while it's in there.
beat it up while it's in there. You put it in the vacuum, and
Jolly Rancher.
if they can't take that, you just quit.
Yeah, if they don't like it, you hit them in the belly. Slap. Jar it loose. Knock it loose. Treat it like an old AC.
You ever get any hood sucks, dude? Like fucking,
The what?
the
It sucks.
You talking about like eating a chick out like it's a bird?
no, like you ever
Like bigplits.com?
there's like a yeah.
Hold on, I would like to hear you describe
Yeah.
a vagina.
It's like this.
Yeah. Peel it
There's
back.
this
Peel back the
part,
hood.
and then
Peel back
Yeah,
the hood.
you open it.
Okay.
yeah.
And then what do you do?
You don't open the hood. You just
Peel back, yeah.
And no,
It's
inside
like
the
an
hood,
astronaut helmet.
inside
Yeah,
the hood
it's
is the
exactly
most
this.
sensitive part. So
Oh, really? What's it called?
The clitoris. I don't know. Clitoris. The clitoris.
So you're telling me
You're telling me.
there's a hood you gotta pull back and then lick, and
you
they
don't
feel
gotta
good?
pull back the hood
Okay, how does it go back?
because the hood comes.
It'll.
It's like that part of the vagina works like a penis.
What?
Yeah,
When
it
it's
gets hard.
excited, it pulls back by itself.
Sure.
So you won't have. Just give it like some sucks, dude. Fucking
So what was the technique you were referencing?
like
You're fine.
take it
You're
in your
doing
mouth.
good.
you suck the clit.
Like a dick.
No,
Yeah, you pretend
like,
it's a penis.
It's, dude, it's
No,
fine.
no, it's like.
I've seen, if you watch big clit videos, people do this.
Let me step back real quick. Let me
You're doing good.
No, you got it,
So
dude.
girls have dicks and you suck them.
yeah, that's my history.
Dude,
it's kind of
That
my
would
history.
fuck that would fuck a girl up if you were to go on the clit and go,
True. Your eyes start watering.
just come up as like,
Just come up, spit it on them.
dude, you could be
Like they do, those hellish women that spit.
Ew, the long strings. Yeah, I hate that stuff, man.
Loogies.
Did you ever see iDeepthroat.com? There was that lady who would like suck her husband's dick by the washer and just be like,
Yeah, I never saw that, but I've seen.
start doing all that.
I don't like it when a girl does it to me.
When she
She
deep throats
does
on
the
you?
deep throat and like,
It's
like,
disconcerting.
who's this for?
Yeah.
Do you think I think this is cool? I do, kind of, but
yeah.
it's like I know you're fibbing.
True, yeah.
You're fibbing to my
yeah,
face,
yeah.
and it's just like I'll have sex with a girl and she's like loud, and I'm like, fib.
Yeah.
Fib. I've seen girls walk through this thing silently.
She's
For
excited.
years, I've watched girls
Every girl's
lay there,
different, dude.
mute,
Nah,
go
dude.
fucking mute,
She's fucking getting into it.
like I was fucking Helen Keller.
But
There's a
that
prayer-
feels like a lot. It does feel like
You
a
got
lot.
prairie wifed.
I got prairie wifed hard for a long time, dude. I prairie wifed. Yes, I give her prairie man sex as well. Quietly, deep in
Prairie
thought.
Wife is hot, dude.
Prairie wife is hot, and I long for it.
Yeah, man.
We do.
Strictly business. Prairie wife.
She's just thinking about chores.
Yeah. It's like, this will be done soon. It literally was handled as if it were a chore,
Hell yeah.
which I don't blame her. It must have been.
It is what it is. We've all been there.
Just a guy fucking pussy bratting on a couch for 4 hours.
Yeah, man.
And finally, you're like, oh, this is what you wanted, huh? Oh, Mr. Big Shot.
Just lying. And the noises are more like, it's like someone sitting behind you in an airplane trying to get comfortable.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
is that your Fortnite group saying, where the hell are you?
I think so.
You're supposed to be online, Lemaire.
You got a text?
Sorry, I'm talking about clitorises.
Yeah, you guys. I'm talking about sex.
Damn, dude. So you peel that thing back and just fucking.
I don't. You know.
Did you ever take it? Did you ever vortex it into your tongue?
No, but I feel
Give it a
like
flashlight.
I feel like you guys are making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of
We're
you.
talking eating pussy, bro. Welcome to the table, dude. We're talking about,
Yeah, all we do is eat pussy.
eating pussy, dude.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
You like it. You have fun
Oh,
when you do it.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten ass?
I think it's the best.
Have you licked a butthole yet?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I did it, and I was like,
You got any tips?
I don't know. I did it once. I only did it once.
Can you break down the anatomy of the butthole, the different
Please.
parts?
There's just the butthole. It just looks like a bunch of. It's a tube, right?
Yep.
But it's like a butthole is a ribbed tube. You
For
know?
sure.
Yeah. That's it.
Pretty good description. How did it taste? What did you think of that?
It didn't taste like anything, actually.
No?
Which was
Yeah.
good on me. It was lucky
Yeah,
for me.
no, I tend to notice that with buttholes. I haven't really run into one that I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, like this is what a butthole's supposed to
Yeah,
taste like.
and it's usually after I've eaten a disgusting vagina that stinks like hell.
It's a pristine
Oh,
butthole.
buttholes are perfect compared to those fucking traps.
Oh.
Yeah. So how's that going? Have you eaten some pussy lately? Like, have you gotten to have you eaten pussy since you've done the research, or did you have a bad experience eating pussy and you're like, I gotta fucking Google this?
No, yeah. I just
Like, hey
'cause
Siri,
I didn't have sex forever, so I would just like look and try to figure it out, you know?
Hell
And,
yeah.
you're studying up.
I was studying up. So then when I-
Manhattan Project.
Yes. These guys with goggles watching Lemaire fuck behind like shields.
Yeah, dude, the pandemic. No one can give themselves a hard time in the pandemic for not getting pussy.
Yeah.
The girls are just,
Yeah.
having a tough time.
I'm
right
not like,
Yeah, you've been touring a little too. You guys have been hitting the road.
yeah.
You haven't been able to get a
No.
drunk person after that.
No, I'm not good at that. I don't know how to
I bet you could. I bet you could smooth it in.
Yeah, it's just kind of a right place, wrong,
Yeah.
right place, right time scenario. Although you have to let her come down off of her alcohol drunkenness, so you don't get
Yeah.
in
to
trouble.
be a gentleman.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna want to get her while you're gonna strike while
She's
the iron's
hot,
hot.
yeah.
She's gonna sober up and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
or
So
marry
you're
her,
staying at this econo
or
lodge?
marry her, dude.
Yeah.
Go get married. Your wife can be just absolutely passed
Do you
out.
long to be married? Yeah,
So
I know
bad,
you
dude.
do,
So
dude. You're
bad.
he's so
Man,
lovesick.
I want to be married so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Dude.
yeah.
I just
Would you have a themed wedding? Do you think? Do you think you would Naruto run down the aisle?
Fuck.
I could see you doing
only if
something
she
fun.
would accept it.
Yeah, well,
You know,
she's gonna
if she
she's
accepts
gonna
it.
accept that for
Yeah.
sure.
It would be hilarious.
There's no way she would marry you and not accept something like that.
Yeah, just like, do you take this ninja handband? We can share the same village forever. Yeah,
Damn, it'd be hot.
it'd be dude. Being married is sick.
It's not bad. It's pretty tight. I love this so much. I did it twice, dude. I was like, run that back, dude.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that was great.
That was great.
Here we go again.
I went in for seconds, dude. I always thought about that. I remember saying like, I'm never doing it again, and then you're like, I'll give it another spin.
Here we go.
I thought about that. I'm like, dude. I mean, obviously, it's my forever person. But obviously, dude, I like to say like, if this doesn't work out, I'm never doing it. In my head, I'm like, I'll just fucking
Just
keep getting married.
whenever. Who cares?
I'll keep getting married till like no one shows up. I thought about that.
Yeah.
Sequel, dude. I'm having, sophomore-itis, dude. It's like Return of the Jedi. I'm hitting Return of the Jedi right now.
Yeah.
Will it be as good?
Are you already
I think-
looking for your junior wife? I'm sorry.
I don't understand it.
I think like finding another way.
Yeah, third wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
No, dude, please. That was
You're
great.
being hard on yourself, and I think,
That's great stuff.
yeah, you're doing great. You got nothing to worry about. You're very funny.
One of my health and fitness heroes, Paul Check, has 2 wives.
Ooh.
Really?
Talks about it all the
He's
time.
got 2 wives
2 wives.
currently.
Lives in California. I think he lives in Arizona. He's got 2 wives.
Nice.
Is he
Yeah,
poly or Mormon?
I think he's just new age, dude. He's freaky.
yeah.
He's just free. I'm telling you, there's a world of like new age health guys who like hate wearing masks and they love God. And dude, it's like the weirdest YouTube.
Sounds like
there's
David
decent-
Koresh.
Kind of, but they also like if David Koresh would do mushrooms and be like, God doesn't care if you masturbate.
Yeah.
They kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need mushrooms for that one. It's funny.
True.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
early on, I figured that one out. I was
For
like,
sure.
there's no way God's mad about this.
Yeah.
No, for sure not. For sure not. Yeah.
Like, yeah, why would Gab? He's like, dude, I made it so you wouldn't do badder things.
Yeah.
For sure. No, dude.
It's like a release valve when you come.
That's Caesar. That's the voice of Caesar, dude, telling you not to jizz and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you jizz so that you don't do badder stuff, as you put it?
Yeah.
Would you say you need to masturbate, otherwise you perhaps will take the pussy?
You would predate.
No, I went on a 5-day no fap recently.
And what happened?
And I was so fucking mad. I just couldn't.
Oh, you were mad?
I was just I could not control. Like, I would just get mad at everything, just like no matter what.
True.
Really?
Fucking angry. Yeah.
Just fucking.
In and out of rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Put on my headband.
So why would you keep doing the nofab if you were angry after day one? If you were
Well,
angry,
because
you want to test your limits.
I want to test my limits.
Yeah, it's your
And-
tapas,
yeah.
dude. Straightening by fire.
Yeah.
And then when you
an
get
ancient
to
practice.
after a while, you just learn like, oh, I'm angry because I'm not jacking off. What should I do about it? You just figure it out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know what you do, Matt, but I just can't like.
I just I've been doing pretty good. Before I'd hit like 7 days and sneak off to the shower. Now now I've been knocking on the door every day, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sex.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
yeah, true.
I've been asking for it. But yeah, dude, if you know fap, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's also too. It's like
Nope.
if you hit the point. I used to get the point where I would have like heart palpitations.
Yeah.
I had so much coming.
Wait,
Get it out of you.
what does that feel like?
I would like be doing push-ups before work and be like, and all of a sudden be like oh, I need to come. My T is too high. Tell
Doing
you.
push-ups before work, and then you would jerk off.
Yeah. Well, I would either afterwards or be like in my head, be like, or you get that like swollen.
What work?
I was working for Spud,
Oh, okay.
so I'd be like just fucking hitting PUs, getting ready to get picked up in the van, and just be like, oh. Ugh.
I need to.
When you're like 6 days of nofap, I think your heart rate increases like probably by like 5 to 10 beats
Yeah.
per minute.
I can naturally go 3. I can easily.
yeah,
I
three's
can
not bad.
easily not try and go 3.
I used to not be able to do that. Now I can. Now that I'm old,
Yeah, you're an
time's
old dog.
softened my libido. That 3. I hit like 5, 6, and I start getting my Kundalini serpent.
But if I
starts to
got
rise.
nothing going on, easy one a day.
Yeah,
Easy. If I'm just bored,
yeah,
yeah.
I can't jerk off every day anymore. I do like, dude. I had a nice 7-day save up. I mean, that's literally
Hit the payload.
if you don't not fap, your marriage will fall apart. In a marriage, you must not fap.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, because then she's going to want to have sex, and you're like, no.
It's caught me
And
off guard.
It's over.
She's
Yeah.
caught me off
That's a
guard a
major
couple times,
issue.
or I'll plow through and just hit her with a 3/4 wrench, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's like, what did? And she knows right away. She goes, "Did you fap?" I said, "Yes, I did, ma'am.
Ma'am, I did.
Ma'am, I did fap.
Pardon
When'd
me.
you fap this morning, ma'am?"
Did you say, Mrs. Officer? You said, you got me.
She knows right away, dude.
Oh, she's a detective.
True,
They taught her.
true, dude. It's like, something's not right here.
You get hit with the 3/4.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to tell if I'm like getting head and I'm not like, "Stop, I'm gonna come." It's like, in fact, if I'm just sitting back like,
Yeah.
"All right, that was nice. What's next?" You fapped. Like, yes, I did, ma'am. Ma'am, I fapped. If I have at least a day to recoup from a fap, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if the problem is, last night, it was last night, got some motherfucking pussy. This morning, I'm like, now I should fap. But I said, I'm going to save it back up again.
Mm.
Because, dude, I mean, I want to gross you guys out, but if you can time it to
You will.
where when they ovulate, that ovulating pussy's good pussy, dude.
Very
That's some good
warm.
pussy.
Wettest, dude.
Warm. No.
I mean, nothing's wetter than pregnant. Pregnant pussy might be the best pussy.
dude, that's what I hear.
It's the
Yeah, the oven's on.
oven's cooking, bro.
Yeah.
exactly.
Dude, you're like the 5th person to say that to me.
Dude,
Like,
it's like disorienting. you almost are. You're kind of like, God damn,
Something's wrong here.
something's fucked up here.
Something's.
It's crazy.
There's a
Dude.
button in the
Almost,
oven.
it's almost too quiet.
Yeah, dude, it's
You know.
it's fucked up. I mean, you got to give nature's got to throw you a bone. Before you know it, you're like laying on another person who's not there yet. You got to give you some just
Yeah.
bomb ass
Yeah.
pussy, dude. Like genuinely worried about crushing the baby.
That's where that end of the bed stuff probably started with you, didn't it?
Oh no!
So you weren't on top.
That's been in the old dogs. It's been in the old dogs arsenal for a while, dude.
And the
Yeah.
bed,
I use it every time. It's
but at the edge,
doggy style off the bed too is nice too. When you're
Yeah.
standing doggy.
Yeah.
That thing just winking at you,
those are
waiting
my
for you to
moves.
press the button,
Yeah.
dude.
Those are the only things I got.
Really?
That's all you
The-
need,
the
dude.
things, Matt's, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
small bird. That's
You're
I'm not
fine.
saying
You're fine.
you got a small bird. I'm saying that's my small
Yeah,
bird
that's
field
bulk-
kit,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
No,
Stand on the edge of the bed, missionary. Stand on the edge of the bed, doggy, and if you can, eat the pussy for about half an hour.
yeah.
I don't do that anymore. But when I was a young man, now I just kind of
I don't know. I kind of like the legs on my shoulder. That feels like a
It
blanket.
feels good. You feel
Yeah.
nice.
Ooh,
Wow. I like to see you moving around like that.
do you. And this is not. It's not
Oh,
disrespectful.
that girl
Go
when
ahead,
she
please.
came up, I was jacking a bunch that day. I got like 4 off.
Oh
That's
my
probably why.
God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like
That spells disaster.
What do you think? You got a revolver, dude?
Yeah. I wasn't
4 off?
thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was just like,
Oh yeah, we talked about this last time. He's got like a weird problem. That's why the no fabs. You probably got yes,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
You're backed up. It's like women when they breastfeed, their body starts to know how much to produce. Same thing happens with dudes with cum. If you start fapping too much, your body starts making it, dude. Your balls are just like, sweet, we're getting fucking pussy.
Yeah,
It's
you have a
awesome.
heavy batch.
So did you tell her?
No, I didn't know. When was like,
Yeah.
jacked
Oh,
off
sorry.
a lot,
I
like,
jerked
fucking-
off 4 times
Sorry,
today.
I only wanted to cuddle.
You came 4 times the day she came over.
Yeah, before 9 p.m.
So you woke up immediately and masturbated.
Yeah, it was. I was coming off of it was like a 2-day no fap, and I was like,
Oh.
Time to release the hounds.
Yeah.
So you were just rolling around in your bed, just in your sheets, just fucking.
Oh my God.
At one point, it's on your knees. This is a
On
question.
your knees on your bed.
Have you
So-
ever jacked like that?
Oh,
Jacked
all
on
the
my
time.
knees?
That's the only way I
on your
jerk
knees
off.
on your bed? It's pretty good.
You do that? You actually do that?
Yeah, on your knees on your bed is pretty good, dude. On your knees on your bed is pretty good.
You actually do
knees
that.
on your bed is pretty good. Yeah,
You do the
yeah.
Muslim prayer position.
A couple times. I've done it a couple times. Like it's like when
What's
you
that?
wanna,
3 times a day too. So,
True.
it's religious.
when you want to I don't know. It's like treating yourself. I don't know. It's easier to clean up. You just put a paper towel down. You hold your phone up here, and you just
Like a fucking like a Japanese daimyo.
Yeah.
Kneel.
yeah. Right.
What other positions?
Sitting, on,
Now,
the,
this is-
sitting
hold
on the
on.
edge of the bed's nice.
These are some positions I want to hear about.
Yeah, you should do the Kama Sutra. You should do the Kama Fab trip.
Yeah. What else you got?
No, that's
Your only other
Kneel.
position?
pretty much yeah.
Sit
go
on the edge of the
leg
bed with
behind
feet on the
head.
ground is
No.
nice.
One knee,
Yeah,
Take a knee?
Yeah, take a knee and
go down.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, and over the pants. No, I don't know.
Give
So
yourself an over the pants HJ is nice. Did you ever try to give
a
yourself
good
a clicks
start.
in hand job?
A what?
Clicks in hand job.
What's that?
It was a porn star who would just like rub the tip of dudes' helmets until they came, like the underbelly. Just you know, your penis head is shaped like this, like this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it goes up. This part,
No,
she would
the-
just go like
Yeah, the
this.
V.
Yeah,
She would
the-
lick her finger, and hit the V for Vendetta, dude. Just
Yeah.
fucking
The fucking like the exposed face.
Yes.
Like if it was, yeah.
yes. I tried. I used to try giving myself those
I remember.
in bed, dude.
I remember. I remember being startled the first time you brought this up. It's still jarring.
Yeah.
It still gets to me.
Yeah, it's tough.
If
No, you gotta try. If you saw it on, I saw it on
I
porn
tried,
myself,
dude.
where the girl sits there and goes,
Yep,
on the
and then-
bottom,
and
it's
this
so
goes-
great.
see this?
it's awesome.
Hit you with the fucking
Yeah.
smudge.
That's how you come like a ghost. You know, like, oh.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I've ever successfully done it. I've always would get myself to the point I would just fap real quick.
Oh. Yeah.
I got waves though.
You have to fab. You can't go the whole way like that.
I got myself to dry waves. I was like, but it wasn't. I'm not clicks in that.
Who was saying they had a no look, a no touch handy or
Said he
come?
get-
Sid said the no
He
touch.
said he did a mental. He did a mental calm.
That's the reason. Because I've been wondering why I've always maintained. I'm like, no, Sid's out of his mind.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why.
That was the comment.
That was the one comment where I was like, well, this is an insane person.
Yeah. That dude. I've been saying like let's recreate that. I need to see what's going on.
We need
Get
to see him do
here.
it.
I need proof.
I think if somebody can do it, this guy can do it.
True.
Do you think you can do the no touch launch?
I don't. I think I've got. I can't. I think. Okay. I've gotten myself mentally hard before. You know, just like I haven't like been able to no touch ejac, but I can no touch hard, no touch like
What's your go-to
pleasures.
You don't touch pleasure, like
You know,
dry
like-
waves. Just
No
like,
touch pleasure.
Is that the dry waves, the feels
Yeah,
where you're
like,
like, ooh,
yeah.
yeah. You know where it
Yeah,
feels
sure.
like you're jacking. You never.
I'm gonna give myself pleasures right now.
You just can't pleasure
I
yourself.
can give myself pleasures.
Don't pleasures.
No. You just gotta think about
Why are
it.
you pleasuring? Why would you
You can give
pleasure?
yourself pleasure.
Yeah, dude.
It's just like a Kegel squeeze, and you
Yeah.
kind of like almost like push your bird forward out of your body.
Yeah, because it's just like it's like you ever like make your penis go up and down. It's kind of like that, but with like
Doing it right
your
now.
diaphragm. Like you're like,
You just push your bird out of your body. Oh god,
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
feels
Yeah.
good. Give yourself the pleasure. I might give myself the pleasures tonight.
We better stop. I've seen where this goes.
This is how Sydney came.
What if I accidentally came? It's like, what do you mean? You got to just. Where we at time wise? Just right away.
I thought about that for a quick sketch, having a dude who gets the COVID test and comes immediately or shits his pants. He's fucking.
the hot nurse at the COVID test player. It's the way she like takes the out of my nose like this, like, and then she goes,
Fuck, dude.
and I'm like, you better chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
You don't want him to get. Yeah.
So I keep going back.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You should go to a strip club. Have you been to one of those?
No, I don't
You're
like
gonna
strip
like
clubs.
that.
I don't like strip clubs.
You stick
your beef
with.
with them?
I like modesty. There's no modesty to strip club.
You're on your way to Muslim. I promise Lemaire is going to convert in the next 5 years. And you get to pick a cool name.
Dude, it'd be
That'd be sick.
Lemaire Shabazz.
Shabazz would be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hell
keep
yeah.
the first name. I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like
keep-
Lemaire.
Lemaire is a cool name,
Yeah.
but you gotta take a full name.
Yeah, Muhammad Shabazz,
Nah, Lemaire.
Akbar Shabazz. I really like Shabazz. Oh, Shabazz should be my first name.
You
Then.
can be Shabazz Shabazz.
Shabazz, dude.
Yeah,
That's
pretty-
badass.
Shaquille Shabazz.
Shaquille Shabazz.
Shaquille be nice.
Shaquille is nice.
Yeah, dude.
Or just change your name and be like Ron.
A Muslim.
Yeah.
Ronnie Muslim.
Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm Johnny Islam. How are you? Just
Yeah, I
Islam
can
is-
see you being
Islam.
more of a strong Christian man.
yeah. Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
I can see you being with you. You can preserve your values being a
Yeah.
strong Christian man.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to go to
Dude, I was
the
heavy
way of
Christian.
Islam.
I was in like youth groups and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They sent me to camps and stuff.
Nice.
It's crazy.
How'd it go?
It was the first time I like met white people. At, like, these
Pretty
Christian
awesome,
camps.
right?
It was pretty sick. They had big crosses. It was like a big cross on
watch
a
out.
hill.
That's trouble.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it was a little clutch, but
What happened at the camp? Anything interesting? Oh, that's where you squeezed a fucking.
frog. Not at the Christian camp. That was a different camp. I told a girl I liked her, and then she was like, "What?" And I cried. I remember that. I was
Happens.
like, "Hey, what?" And I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, because I like it was. I don't know how to like do that.
You're lovesick, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know how to like. Yeah,
You're
Yeah,
loveful.
nobody knows how to do that,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Just buy him shit.
Yeah, you gotta buy him shit.
Get him a present. Be like, here you go.
okay.
Should have gathered stuff in the woods and just been like, this is all I got.
Or just like make sure you kiss them multiple times before you say like, I like you.
Yeah. Ugh.
Leading with the like leading verbally into that's tough. Being like, I like you.
But isn't that how it should be?
Some movies, bro. No.
No.
You're supposed to display unbelievable strength to her
Yeah.
until she gets wet.
Were there
Kiss
anybody
her.
smaller than you at the camp that you could have beat up in front of her?
Exactly.
No, I did just lose a basketball game too.
You lost the game and then.
Came
Ooh.
off the court. You're like, hey, I really.
I was like,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. This is why I lost. I was thinking about this. Yeah. It was a carpeted court. It was like
That
carpet.
seems like a Christian basketball camp.
Yeah.
Basketball court.
Yeah. It's fucking weird.
Just church carpet.
yeah.
It's like millimeter thick church carpet.
That always sucked when you had to play at some weird CYO court that was like rubber
yeah.
or like just
Yep.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our basketball court, our CYO court, in order to go back court, you had to go to the opposing foul line Because the court was so small.
Our court was so small, the 3-point lines just stopped at the top. It was so narrow. They didn't go to the end.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
I think we've reached the end of this
I think
episode.
we have, dude.
I think we have.
I think we have.
I think
We're at 1 hour and 10
feel?
minutes.
I'm good, dude.
Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
this thing ran long.
Fair enough.
What
you got, dude?
I got some dates coming up this
Watch the
weekend.
sketch, dude.
Oh yeah, watch the sketch. If you haven't, I'm sure if you're listening to this,
True.
you've partook. But do me a favor, go like and subscribe. Gillian Keeves, that helps. And this, if you haven't subscribed to this, fuck. What do I have? What do you got, Matt?
What do I got going
Hold
on?
Look at this.
Nothing really, dude. I just been doing my little psych novel videos.
Nice.
It's on Patreon.
Nice.
I have some Patreon stuff coming up, dude. I have I started doing
The history thing, right?
This lady sent me a book about the origin. I dug into it. It's a little problematic because it's like about the origin of the Aryans, which I found out is like it's contested pretty hotly. But that's not like her primary focus, but she does kind of say that they came from Siberia. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to do a thing of looking into that. I finally figured out why Hitler used swastikas and where the Hindu connection, Aryan Hindu, all comes from. Pretty tight. So
That's tight.
be fun.
Well, that'll be good enough.
We're going to put adult pants on and talk about it. But
Yeah, we're gonna be men about it. Brothers. There's gonna be a brotherhood.
But I was reading it and I'm like, hold on. I'm like, this seems eerily familiar. And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that's what they used for Nazi propaganda. Crazy.
Sick.
But that's not all of it. She's like saying that like the sons of the whole book starts with being like, all right, so Noah ended up in the Balkans. He had 3 sons. And it's sick, dude.
So it's gibberish.
Well, no, it's based off of who is it? Herodotus,
Herodotus.
whatever. He said, Japheth, obviously, the Bulgarians came from Japheth, Ham were the Arabs.
Okay, but if she's counting this as real,
She's
it's
a
wrong.
PhD, dude.
It doesn't matter. Morons can get PhDs.
What are you talking about, dude?
If she's writing a historical document based on Moses' sons.
No, dude, Noah, first of all.
No, sorry.
Yeah. There's 3 Noah sons, right?
More fictional.
Ham, Japheth.
Even more
Sem.
fictional.
Ham, Japheth, and Sem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he could do well. The Earth, the glacial records do show that there was the flipping of the polar caps and there was a flood or something.
Dude, it's somewhere in Germany.
So there
The
could.
boat. It's on the mountain. My pastor told me that actually when I was a kid. I'm
Yeah.
telling you the
Did
truth.
he have a PhD?
Pretty jig.
You saw your pastor's pretty huge dick.
So it's a wild account of like ancient history. Yeah, based off of like the lady also talks about like quantum like mind stuff, which is pretty tight. It's gonna be sick, dude.
That sounds good.
And then so I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna bring up a bunch of questions, and then hit the lady with the hard questions people come up with.
Yeah.
She wants me to interview her because she's been not selling any books at
Can
all.
I please also interview? Why don't we
Yes.
have her here?
Dude.
We could probably get her out here. She emailed me saying her book sales are down. She said my book sales are literally down to 0 right now. You need to pick me up. I said, hey babe,
Yeah.
I'll
hop
do what
on
I can.
here.
She's a sweet old lady, dude.
She sounds sweet.
So I just
I'm not going to.
That's why I want to question.
criticize her.
I want to question her, being like, like your thesis. You didn't run into any trouble with this thesis here?
Yeah.
Because it's like everything I read, they're like, no, whatever. I'm not gonna.
Is she from
say it.
here?
No, she's from another country.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
You get away. She like her citation was
Yeah.
like Russian historians, which God fucking knows
Yeah.
what's going on.
Dude, you have her in here in front of that big old flag? She'll fucking.
But that's where they got it from. Herodotus or Herodotus, whatever.
I think it is Herodotus.
The Aryans had light skin. That's where it all came from. That's where the hitman was like, say what?
Yeah. I
Wait.
think he was the first like ancient
Say
historian.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, we're the best. That was the Aryans means the anointed. Like they're the best. That's what they say.
Mm.
But they're either Indian dudes. That's the whole. I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Do they love Bobs or are they white bros? So find out.
Indian dudes.
Find out. Were the Aryans Indian dudes?
Indian people are white.
Mm,
They're the first brown whites.
really?
You don't think Asians are white?
No, Asians are white,
I think they might have been.
but they're not
Before,
brown.
we got them before
They're
Indians.
they're
in America.
they have the same general complexion as you guys, so it doesn't like count.
Who?
Asian people.
If they carry an umbrella during the daytime.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's be fair. Let's be real here.
Yeah, if not, they're covered in soot because their sky's bad.
Jeez, Lemaire.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What you got, Jay?
China's covered
Okay.
in smoke. It's
True.
The-
No, you're an
You
environmentalist.
don't have to
I hear
back
you.
out of it. You got it. 29th, 30th of April, I'll be at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone, and May 1st 6, 7th.
That's this weekend.
That is next weekend.
Wait, that's next weekend?
Yeah, this is the 23rd and 24th.
Is that a homecoming?
Next weekend's the 29th, 30th, and May 1st at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. Yeah, I guess.
I thought that was this weekend. That's why I was like, dude,
do you want
this
to
is
do it?
crazy. That's actually very possible.
Let
then.
me know.
I will.
Maybe Lemaire, you can do something if you
No,
want.
that I thought it was. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be coming out of the 5 gram sesh Friday. That's why I was like, it just didn't.
Oh,
line
of
up.
course
It
not.
was like Thursday night, and then flying back, or then driving
No.
back out there. I was like, there's no chance, bro.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
I'll fucking be in the cave, dude, with my quartz and my.
What do you think? You've had crystals in your hands this whole time?
Yeah, dude. I've been keeping them handy. I'm charging them up.
What's going on?
2 days, dude. I got to do my 5Gs.
All right. Well, we're going to talk
We'll
about.
talk-
We'll talk Journey on the Patreon.
We'll talk Journey, dude.
6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th of May, I'll be in Side Splitters in Tampa. Then 13th, 14th, and 15th, and 16th. I'll be at the Mall of America. Oh, fuck. Didn't realize there was a 16th on that. 21st, 22nd, the Blue Room. I don't know where that is. So if you know about the Blue Room, I'm coming there.
Google it. Yeah,
Is
you'll
that
find it.
Texas or something?
I think it might be Missouri.
Missouri?
I think it's the Blue Room in Missouri.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
St. Louis, maybe? It might be St. Louis.
I doubt it.
Might be Louisville.
The 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th of May, I'll be at Magooby's Joke House.
Ooh.
Damn, every weekend in May.
Really?
It's going to be a rough May.
You'll be moving.
Be a tired man in May. Come May.
Dude, that's bags.
French
the
fried
bags, man.
taters.
I'm good. Oh, man, we didn't even talk about that. All right, Patreon. Oh, yeah, Lemaire, say what you would like
hit it
to.
up,
Please,
bro.
Panty in the Mouth podcast. I do that with it. Nate Marshall, Andy Malafrina. That's pretty good. And then All Black podcast. Feud on Mondays.
No, just the first one.
What's the All Black podcast?
Alt Black. It's the one.
Alt
with-
Black.
Alt Black. It's just like other black people like me or Keenan, Brandon. We just try to.
Yeah,
make
those
black
guys
shit
they're
for
good
black
guys.
people. Yeah,
Those are nice guys.
Yeah.
Good bros.
It's
I
fun.
would say definitely check out Andy and Nate's podcast.
For sure.
Andy and Nate are the bros.
Yeah, definitely check out Pennies in the Mouth.
I'm not ready yet. Okay, let's go.
Yo, I was like, geez.
Kidding.
How are you?
Pretty good, dude. I
I'm
chickened
doing well.
out. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I went upstairs and just faked it. I laid up there the whole time. Was like,
You just smoked a little bit of
well,
pot?
yeah, I smoked CBD weed and just laid there.
Oh, man. Well, you're probably chill as fuck, though.
True.
My allergies have reached I'm in stage 4.
Are they bad?
Stage 4.
Damn, really?
Almost. My life.
Terminal. They're terminal.
Yeah, I have a month.
Your allergies are terminal.
If these
man.
allergies continue this way, I have 1 month.
You might seize up. Your sinuses. You might have to get your sinuses just removed.
Mm-hmm.
Just go full Michael Jackson. That's what happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you had bad
His
allergies.
allergies got so bad. They're like, we have to remove your nose, Mr. Jackson. We have to turn your
Yes.
skin white and remove your nose. He was like, God damn it.
That sucks.
These goddamn allergies. He's like, man, I ain't getting no goddamn allergies.
You know that's how Michael Jackson talked? A lot of people don't know that.
Before he got allergies, yeah.
Yeah,
He started talking all white and shit.
true.
They were like, all right, let's do movies about whales. And he was like, I guess I will. Man, I ain't no goddamn no whale, motherfucker. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I wish like someone could have given him Zyrtec, dude. Side effect of bad allergies, dude, before they take your nose, apparently you get into pedophilia.
Yeah.
You can't breathe through your sinuses.
That
You're
ain't
just
right.
like,
That ain't right for you to say that about Michael.
What?
About Michael?
about doing pedophilia?
Yeah.
I have the proof, dude.
That Michael did it?
I've seen the videos of him and Macaulay Culkin. It's pretty clear.
Macaulay claimed nah.
Of course, dude. You know
What
how
a
much you got
good friend.
fucking paid?
What a good friend, though.
That's why there's Home Alone 4, dude.
True.
There's a video. I mean, again, I'm not going to say for sure, but I did a little investigation one time. There's a video MJ hanging out with Macaulay Culkin,
Yeah.
and he's holding a water balloon, and Michael Jackson's going like this. If I was sitting there talking to you and going like this to the tip of a water balloon, he's like jerking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Again, maybe he just
He
jerks
just
stuff.
liked the
He might
texture.
just jerk stuff.
yeah.
Dude, they were going on vacation together.
They're having fun as boys.
Macaulay Culkin was like 5, dude.
Dude, that'd be so sick if your best boy was like a child.
True. Okay, now you're
You know how
winning
cool
me
it would
back.
be if your best friend was a
Is that
toddler?
a 5-year-old and you like just told him
You're
everything?
like, yo, mom and dad, don't worry, I got him. We're
Yeah.
going to fucking Cancun.
Be like, I love your son, not like that.
Yeah.
As
I
a friend.
promise it's not like that.
As a friend, like there's just something in him that I, as a 35-year-old world-class entertainer, feel like we have a bond and we need to go to the Bahamas.
Damn, think about how horny Michael Jackson must have been when he saw Home Alone.
Oh,
It was just like, holy shit, that's a piece of ass.
seeing him
I
invade
gotta-
all those adults.
I got to get that little motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, that was like his R&B chick.
That is funny.
Just being like,
Did he see Home Alone before he butt fucked Michael Macaulay?
I'd have to do
Were
a
they
little more.
boys?
I'd have to do a little more investigation.
I think it must have been after.
Probably. I don't think Michael Jackson. I don't think he just kind
I
of.
don't think he was on his radar until
Yeah.
Home Alone hit.
He only had the primest, dude.
Till that blockbuster hit. Damn, MJ just in the theaters like, oh, this guy's such a good actor. I want to get to meet him.
I want to be his friend.
Man, I'd like to meet that little motherfucker. Oh, shit, I'm going to fuck his ass. Look, before we get into your journey,
Yeah, my
which
CBD
we're going to
quest.
cover, Matt went on a very
I'm gonna hold it down like I didn't. I'm like,
CBD
I didn't
deep
do it.
dive.
I chickened out.
I do need to address that I am fuming. My car got towed this morning because I am, in fact, a fucking idiot.
You parked illegally?
I did park
And you
illegally.
paid the consequence.
I paid a significant consequence.
How much was it? $175.
$350
What?
for me to get the car and get it out.
They only
Now,
had
I
it
had
for one day.
I had a previous ticket before that, but it was for like 70. They got me.
Dude, it's supposed to be
They had that car for
175.
like 2 hours.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you didn't get hit with any daily storage fees.
It was, yeah, not only that, forget the fees.
Do you think
The sass,
you got sass?
every step of the way there was sass. Dude.
What?
The PPA?
They're sassy, I know.
Dude, have you been to their secret hideout? Their hideout?
Multiple times.
The Philadelphia Electric Company?
Multiple times.
They have a
dude.
secret hideout.
Yeah.
It's an old abandoned factory, and then there's just black ladies sitting around in
Just being mean.
blue uniforms.
They hire
and they don't have. They're literally just out front.
Yeah.
There was a lady out front with a thermometer. Dude, this is in a parking lot by the river in an abandoned factory, and she's like on the phone. And then I came by. She finished the
Is that
conversation.
down by Oregon Ave? Because I might have went to the other place.
This was off Delaware Ave.
The
on
place
the
I went
river.
to was off, but I remember just being some weird like lot and like it was like a building, like it was like a
Well,
Wizard
there's
of
a
Oz.
giant, the old abandoned Philadelphia Electric Factory
I don't
company.
know. I don't remember. I've been there multiple times. I've like kissed cars goodbye in that lot.
Oh yeah,
I've gotten
yeah.
sass. I've given sass though. I gave a lot of sass.
Well, it's
when I
just
went
crazy
down
because
there.
I was having a sassy weekend.
Were
So this
you?
was a bit of a payback. I was sassing people.
Were you really?
Yeah, dude. Fuck Fishtown. Fuck all those hipster pussies. Hipsters are I know that's played out to be like, yo, hipsters suck. They suck ass.
We're in Fishtown. Where are you all weekend?
I've been by Chinatown. So maybe that's not Fishtown, but I've
Okay,
been enough
it's
with
close.
the fucking hipsters. I'm on the border.
They're tough. When I used to do jiu-jitsu up there, you see them, and again, I know what you're saying. You don't want to be like,
Dude, I
fucking put, but you see them, and you're like, dude, like,
got my
sit?
hair did.
That's a question. Did you sit there? Did you really plan your outfit out for like 45 minutes? Fine enough. You came out in a 3-piece. I'd be like, yo, bro, you're looking sharp.
Yeah.
But you came out like you planned an ironic outfit for 4 hours and went outside. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? That's good gear.
What?
That's good gear.
True.
Also, dude, we'll get into it because I'm sorry.
Well,
You're talking
I had
personality.
to
stuff.
go get my hair did.
Okay, looks great by the way.
Thanks, bro. Got my hair did. That was in Fishtown.
So you were sassing hipsters.
While I'm in there,
Yeah.
obviously I'm a patriot. I take my mask off. Probably 30-year-old dude sitting next to me in the chair next to me goes, he leans over after about 5 minutes. Also, I was talking to Rick about Billy.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, Billy, because Billy wanted to find a new place to get his hair did. So I was like, get a Rick job, dude.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Rick about it. I was like, but there's no way Billy's going to wear a mask in here.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And we were just joking that Billy was a patriot.
Yeah.
It's like, he's never going to do it. And then this whole time I can see this little fucking
Burning.
dork looking at me through the mirrors. Just like,
He was glancing at you through the mirrors.
yeah. And then finally he leans over after about 5 minutes of me not wearing a mask. And he goes, you can curse me all you want, but could you please wear a mask? And I was like, I hit him with the Chris Farley. I was like, what? Like, I had no idea what he said. I thought I responded laughing when
Yeah.
he started talking to me. I was like, yeah. And I was like, wait, what'd you say? And he's like, could you please put your mask on? I don't care what you have to say about me. And I was just like, dude, yeah, I'll wear the
Oh.
mask, you fucking weirdo.
Whoa, man.
It's like,
that's
COVID's done, bro. Get over it.
I mean, bro, imagine coming out of a $5 mushroom session, forgetting what money is, and then coming out into a world where people are wearing masks, and you're like, "What's this about?" That was fucking nuts, dude.
I bet.
It was weird.
It not as weird as a 30-year-old man being like, could you please wear it? It was a man.
Yeah, it's tough.
He was a little short guy, too. He was a little
Really?
tiny guy.
Well,
so that
dude,
might
come
have
on.
been.
Don't be mean.
Well, no, he was a tiny guy. That might have
mean.
added to his, like, you have to follow the
No,
rules.
he's just being a pussy, dude. It was
Yeah.
that's just dudes being pussies, and now it's cool to be a pussy.
Hipsters love following the
They
regulations.
like rules.
The anti-fascists love following the rules.
It's very funny, yeah. Anti-fascists love coordinating and wearing, I would say, almost vaguely militaristic outfits, and then go like physically forcing their ideology on people, which is anti-fascism.
Yes.
For the record,
And,
which is a very anti-fascist thing to do, to match outfits and be like, let's go push our ideas on people with physical force. It's like, well, that's called fascism, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally fascism.
They
Fuck yeah, dude.
so then I go battle
Yes.
another. Then I was battling the hipsters elsewhere. I went
Where?
to a bar by my what I'm saying, Prohibition.
Prohibition tap, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
hipster. MLS was on the TV blaring.
So you
I
were
was
an
like,
Antifa,
this is
dude.
dangerous territory. As soon as I saw the Portland Timbers on TV, I was like,
Oh,
there's
boy.
some heavy Stalinists here.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some fucking, the Bolsheviks are afoot.
Yeah.
They're making Moscow mules. That's why I call them that.
True.
All right.
So you had the Reds
Just
on.
all
You had
of
the
that.
Reds on.
It was
your ass.
red. The Reds
You were
were there.
McCarthy all weekend, dude.
So after we filmed a sketch, which is going to be tight.
Yeah.
It's going to be so tight.
Probably the
there
best acting
was
I've ever
tables
done.
of 6. There was one table, and then we were separated, obviously, by like sheets of plastic and fucking crazy shit. And then another table, and we were like, it was our group.
Yeah.
We were a group of like 10, so we were
Yeah.
separated.
Nothing
but,
gets my appetite up like setting the place up like a C-section.
Yeah. It's, like a fucking Red Cross hospital. You know what I mean? It looks like a war hospital. And, so then I went over and sat with O'Connor and the other guys, and then went back to my table.
Mhm.
And this bitch like ran over to me. First off, oh my God, get me going.
She
dude.
enforced you.
There was a pear-shaped gentleman giving me awful guff. The anti-fascists are all built like fat lesbians. Every single one of those dudes is a
Yeah,
bull. You know what I mean?
for
I'm
sure.
not going to finish it, but
For sure.
they are. And they give girl attitude.
Yeah,
And I was with my manager and this other they were like feminist New Yorkers.
sure.
And I was like, the fucking feminine energy on this fucking guy. And they were like, what? I was like, shut up. You know what I mean, dude. He's acting like a bitch.
It's not good. It's
He
not
came
good.
out. I was like, do you have any like light beer on tap? He was like, no. And it's like, dude, what the fuck kind of answer? Like,
Yeah.
that was our first interaction. He's like, do you want anything to drink? I was like, do you guys have any light beer on tap? He's wearing a mask. He just goes, no. And then looks for other people.
You should have been like, is there another waitress here?
Yeah, true. Are there any
I
other
don't-
women
The word
working?
waiter doesn't exist. It's just
Yeah.
waitresses.
That was a waitress.
Like, is there
He
another
was a
waitress? Can I have another waitress, please?
I will say this though. He heard us trashing him, and he came back with a better attitude. He
What?
came back almost condescendingly, and oh great, yeah, I'll get that for you right away.
So he subbed out.
He
subbed. You guys domed him and he subbed. He subbed
true,
out.
he did sub.
You were getting, that was brat correction, dude.
We
You guys just scratched his kink. He just
Bro.
wanted to be corrected. He was being a brat.
he
You
was
guys
being,
daddied him.
They were the biggest pussies. This wait staff. I was fuming. I've never been fuming like
Where
this.
have you been for the last like 2 years? Did you know?
I
that,
don't
like-
go to hipster places.
Yeah, that's the move.
I don't go there. And this place, there was another 2 tables that were right next to each other around the corner. And I was like, is it cool if we sit there? And he was like, no. Like, I mean, just right away.
yeah, they became
and it was-
invested with like a weird authority, and it's like,
Bro, so I get up, I go sit at the other table. Right when I walk over to the other table, one of the waiters comes up. He's like, you have to wear a mask if you're going to walk through this area. I was like, all right, I'll put the mask on next time. So then I walk back to my table with the mask on, sit down, and this bitch, ooh, I hate her. She came storming over and literally was like, if you move tables again, like I told you not to, I'll bring your check right now. Like, that's how she talked
like
to me.
bring it to me. I'll rip
And
it
I was
up.
literally like, I was like, who are you talking to? Like, I had a Pilsner in me. I was like,
course.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is how you talk to people?
What'd she say?
And she was like, I told you already. And I was like, bring the fucking check then.
Yeah,
Like, what is wrong with you?
Dude, I'm telling you,
It was
at the
nuts,
start of the
dude.
pandemic. I went into Whole Foods and they were like, you'd go in there single line and they'd be like, you this way, you that way. They would just be.
Yeah, I wasn't in there.
It was like a fucking concentration.
I hate these
camp.
people. It probably was, dude.
Whole Foods, they got invested with this fucking like weird authority where they'd be like remember when they had like they first did the shopping lanes where like it was do not enter.
Yeah.
They were being like, sir, like
Oh,
I was
God.
getting yelled at. Now like you just walk past them through the do not enter, just like
Yeah.
say something, bro. I'm not gonna walk 500 feet to go get cereal, dude.
I never
It's
got
right there. I'm gunning for it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
a
got-
fucking patriot, dude.
I got very
I'm
patriotic.
not walking around the. I'm not walking through the produce to get fucking cereal, dude.
No. You
Don't
may
try to
not.
stop me.
Don't.
That will just bunker me down with just like the little discount
They're
things.
gonna hold you down.
Like little foxholes, dude. They get stacks of like fruity pebbles just bunkered up.
I instantly became the most like condescending prick. Like as soon as she started saying that in my head, I was just like, fucking waitress. Like I just wanted to just be like, you're a loser.
Well, nobody's happy.
It was
Nobody's
crazy.
happy. They're convincing people that like if you walk around the table, that lady in her head's thinking like the restaurant's gonna get closed down and people are gonna die. And then you're just trying to eat out and someone's like, Sarah, and it's like, whoa, man,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? Like,
Also, there were like 4 black people taking pictures of themselves, like doing a
Swag.
photo shoot, like amongst customers the whole time without a mask. One of them literally was wearing a T-shirt that said reparations with the definition on it.
hell yeah.
And it was like, dude, I dare one
I
of
can
these,
see you getting fired up.
I dare one of these white pussy waitresses to say one thing to these fucking
so
people.
you got up and were just
So
like,
then Reggie was with us,
Really?
and Reggie was able to move back and forth within the tables.
What?
And I was like, dude,
you got
I'm
fucking.
so glad that I know they're not going to say a single fucking thing to you.
What do you say?
It was great. Reggie and his boys, his black friends, were with us,
Yeah.
doing whatever they please, and it was fun. It was nice
You
to
thought
watch.
you'd get a little bit of the rub
I
off.
wanted to. No. I was just happy to know. I knew when I saw Reggie walking
Yeah.
back and forth, I was like, they're never going to do a thing.
Yeah.
And Roan, shout out Roan. Roan was with us.
Nice.
We had a white rapper with us.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude. They should have paid him respect. They should have treated him like Reggie.
You think?
If you're a white rapper, you deserve.
You should get,
the
like-
hipsters should give you.
They should give you like a 4-foot radius around your table.
Yes.
Like, whoa, you can't go all the way to the bathroom. But
So yeah, I was doing that battle.
so you were in hell, dude.
That was bad. Yeah.
You were in like 2021 Philadelphia is like 1950 South for fucking white dudes. Dude.
It really is, man. It really is crazy. They're like, what are you doing here? You can't eat here. It's like, can I just get something to eat before I? They're like, well, you can pick it up out back. Take your fucking mask. I didn't mean to criticize anybody that's a waiter
Of
or
course not,
waitstaff,
bro.
but
Don't be a jerk about it.
that
dude.
lady was talking down, like she was literally speaking to me like she was a police officer. She's like, sir, you need to wear your fucking mask right now. I was
Yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah. It's lame.
get a life.
It's fucking lame, dude.
Especially when they want to put on this facade, like she's wearing like, you know, short jean shorts and like ripped stockings underneath them and like punk rock shit.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, you're a rebel, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a rebel who literally reads the news and follows mandates from the corporate controlled government. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, and people have to, again, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to get sick and all that shit, but it's like, dude, I should be able to go to a place and have a place who's like, yo, we don't care about it, and other places like, hey, we're actually worried about it. And it's like, yeah, let me know, and I'll just roll and do my thing.
I did witness racism on the way here.
What?
I went to a Wawa, Airmango Ave Wawa.
They can be a hub sometimes.
It is a hub. It's a hot spot.
What happened?
A fat.
You just saw like the little message from the gas station TV screen. It was like fucking Puerto Ricans.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh shit.
A portly African American woman was making hoagies slowly,
Nice.
and a white man clearly on heroin was not happy about it.
Really?
She was doing a little too slow for his heroin, and he was like, "Fucking Aunt Jemima, better hurry it up." And I was just like, "Oh, shit."
What'd she say?
She didn't say anything. She just looked. She was eyeing him. He was so fucked up. And then I watched him walk outside and take his clothes off. It was crazy.
Also, imagine being too slow for a dude on heroin.
He was heroin's probably the. I mean, it's in
He might
there.
have been methed up. He might have
Certainly heroin, but
been
yeah,
full
it was-
speedballing.
he was shirt off, screaming.
He
so
wanted
it
to
was-
slump, but he still wanted to. That must be crazy when you're speedballing. You're like just like this, but you're like, hurry up, hurry up! I got
so much stuff to do.
Come on, I'm late.
I gotta scream in the parking lot. Hurry up! That's what he did. He sat Indian style in the parking lot, in the middle of the street. He sat because I was eating my sandwich in my car.
Yeah, obviously.
And I just watched him
Civilized.
like a man.
Yeah.
I sat in my recently towed Chevy Cruze. And he sat on the sidewalk or in the corner of the parking lot. You know the CVS
Yeah, yeah.
or the Rite Aid, whatever that is.
Yep.
He sat in the spot between that, literally on the pavement, eating a sandwich, screaming, and then he would get up, take his shirt off, run around, and then but he did hit the lady with an Aunt Jemima that I was like,
I'm surprised.
shit
he
is
didn't-
ice cold, bro.
That's ice
That
cold.
shit was ice
dude.
cold, brother.
Should have fucking
I
decked
gave him a
him.
little fucking. Nah, I
What?
was like, yo, Jemima, you hit a Jemima in the Wawa, dude.
That's like in 1992, dude.
Yeah, that was a fearless.
Damn.
I had the I'm all Mortal
I'm surprised
Kombat
he
of that.
didn't
I
get.
was like,
He had to have gotten something in his food. There's no way that passes. You go behind that glass,
he was so bad though.
your
that-
hoagie will get Ocean 11 real
Oh
quick,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Start throwing out racial slurs in Wawa.
Yeah.
I told you what my one brother used to do. He used to order. He would go to the place on Spruce Street, and he would order the most complicated hoagies he could think of because it was all just older black ladies who would have the funniest reactions to it and be like, what the hell? This man's ordering a 2-foot-long tuna fish bologna. Yeah. And it would just be the crazy. And he would just never pick it up or pay for it. He would just let people make it and be like, haha, and just walk out.
Yeah, they are.
This man want mustard, mayo, ketchup, and barbecue sauce?
Oh,
It would just melt minds behind the glass. They'd be like, what? Who sandwich
Hey, motherfucker. And just leaving it there and be like, 887. I'm going to find this son of a... Who's like, 887.
So excited to meet the person, the mystery, the culinary mastermind behind the sandwich.
Damn,
and he would just like buy a pack of sunflower seeds and leave.
That's really funny. That must have, but you know what? That's trickled down though. Somebody else ran into those Wawa ladies later that day and they were just motherfuckers. Like, what are these people's problem? It's like, yeah, they've been making mustard sandwiches. They're pissed. But yeah, the guy hit an Aunt Jemima and it was just like.
And nobody said anything. Everyone just.
He was that fucked up that everyone was just like, yeah, whatever. It was literally a homeless
I guess no one
guy.
wanted to take him on.
No.
It's like seeing like a possum in the trash can. You're just like, I just shut the lid, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking have a possum come after me.
Yeah, that was that. So yeah, I've been doing battle everywhere I've gone.
Damn,
the last
dude.
couple of days.
You got prejudiced?
I did get prejudiced.
You got pussy attacked. A pussy attacked you, which is, again, dude, it's like, I mean, again, I just shed my ego. So like when I make judgmental statements, it kind of hurts me. But I could say with certainty, you can't be a pussy, dude. You can't be a dude and be a pussy.
Yeah.
You have to level up, dude. We can't have this shit, man. Of dudes just being like,
could you please
I'm scared of the news. It's like, bro, stop it, man. Breathe in the air. You're fine. You know, and if you're super worried about it, obviously, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, leave the city then. If you're afraid of one dude not wearing a mask, definitely 6 feet away from you in a barbershop, maybe don't go outside.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the one that's going to get you.
Maybe don't live in a city.
I had a perfect bubble going on, and then somebody talked. Yeah, it's around like Barbicide.
Meanwhile, there's literally a guy with he's wearing a mask, but he's literally faced right here, cutting her hair the whole time.
Well, the germs, when they hit the mask, they don't come out through the sides at all and infect the air. They hit the mask, and then they freeze.
Yeah, they have to stop
N95, dude.
Yeah.
Ever hear of it?
Yes.
It fucking takes all the germs around you.
There's no germs.
The sides, they don't come out of the sides. They fucking hit the front, and only the good stuff, the ions, you know, like ionizers.
Yes.
The good probiotics come out of the side. I mean, it's been a fucking year. Can we please stop with this shit, man? It's like, I get it. It sucks, you know, but come on. Let's go. Let's fucking roll,
all right,
dude.
Enough of my troubles.
Pretty funny, though.
Let's get to yours.
You've had a tough one, dude.
Honestly, the car getting towed didn't get me going that much.
Because you fucking
I was just joshing about killing myself when I texted you.
Obviously, I know that.
Although if I did have no money, I would have killed myself.
It's a good place to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Going down there,
definitely.
letting them know which car is yours, and just
yeah.
They're like,
also, the sticker on the
or
front,
poisoning yourself.
Dude, the sticker on the front that they slap on your windshield. The lady, this black lady, I did. It was me versus black ladies. She tried to rip it off, and the stickers just stayed on. And she was like, "Do you have a razor?" And I was like, "No, I don't have a razor blade."
Slit my neck if I had.
Yeah. She was like, "Do you have a razor blade?" I was like, "No, of course I don't have a razor blade." She was like, she literally went like that. So I just have the stickers on my windshield.
You gotta get goo gone. It's called Gooby Gone. Hook you up, dude. We'll hit the hardware store.
Or a gun.
Yeah, just break your windshield to start over.
But they were all, the PPA people were very delighted that I was not confrontational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't be.
They were so happy that I was in there just like, I already paid. Here's all my information. Thank you.
Can't fight them, man.
I was glad somebody didn't steal my car. That's what I thought happened.
I was thinking about, that actually made me laugh, thinking about you coming out and being like.
Oh, that was 20 minutes of walking.
Of just being like, what the? Then finally just being like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's the worst feeling because you're
20
like,
minutes
I
of
know it's right
walking
here.
around.
I know it's right here. Then you go crazy. You lose your mind. Then you go, let me call them. Like, we have it. And you're like, fuck.
No, well, that's what sucked. I checked the website first. And of course, it's like license plate or VIN. I thought it said and VIN. So I had to look up the fucking VIN number of this thing.
Oh.
Typed the VIN number in. Because I typed
How'd you do that, by the way?
the VIN number, I had my insurance or registration on my email.
Gotcha.
Typed in the VIN and the license plate. So when I typed them both in, I guess it canceled each other out. So it was like, we don't have this car. I was just like, whoa. Someone
Shit.
stole a fucking cruise.
Someone gone in 60 seconds, you dude.
Someone crushed my fucking cruise.
That'd be so funny.
And then I was more upset because I had my one pair of jeans in the cruise. I was like, fuck,
You had
dude.
your red
I'm gonna
bottoms?
have all my jeans, my apple bottom
Yeah,
jeans.
apple bottom.
All my boots with the fur were in there.
You had your jabos, dude?
Yeah, I was initially more upset that my jumbo jeans were fucking stolen. And they were like, "Are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing?" I said, "Hell no, ho. You know they polo."
Dude, we should hit Marshalls and get like tons of polo, dude. You know how much polo? Like, dude, back in the day, I used to like hit that up. And, like, I'm gonna get tons of polo one day, and I probably could hit Marshalls. I could shut down
I need
Marshalls.
Lacoste.
Be fresh as fuck.
I might
dude.
start getting Lacoste.
True.
Get Lacoste. Those white pants you were rocking, dude. You
They
looked
were-
good in that whole outfit.
I
That was definitely just a sick outfit you used to wear.
no, I never worn it. Those pants had tags on them, dude, when they came.
What?
Yeah, I went and bought a suit at Express, and then I
You
had
got
to
a
get-
white suit at Express?
No, I bought a suit, and they were like, "It's buy one get one free." Well, I earned like 2 free pairs of pants, and I was like, clearly like, "Give me those all white pants," and they just sat in my closet forever.
Damn.
I knew they'd come in handy.
They
dude.
would, yeah.
If I
they
had
did.
my druthers, I'd wear all white pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
You should. Why don't you?
I might start. I'm like fighting the demons of doing whatever I want, whenever I want, and I'm trying to keep myself in check.
Why would
now.
you fight those demons?
Because I'd be wearing all white right now. And people
You
start
don't
making
want
fun
to
of
be.
me.
Well, who cares if people make fun of you?
I know, I
You're
know,
a boss.
I
Dude.
know.
You're a girl boss.
I'm just not
If
trying
you
to
keep this attitude up, you'll be a waitress at Prohibition.
What attitude?
I know whenever I want now.
Exactly. That's why I'm being careful.
I'm gonna go yell at anybody.
I
That's
mean,
having
dude,
fun.
I've been internally scrubbed so radically that I just don't want to freak people out. So I want to slowly leak my transformation, dude.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
that's what I'm talking about.
But anyway, the car is safe. I got it. It was towed for like an hour. I just went straight and got it, dude. And I blamed my lady. It was her fault.
Of course.
We went to the Flyers game last night. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Drew scored 2 goals in the final minute to tie it.
Awesome.
The Flyers won in a shootout. What a night. Oh, what a night. And then
This was after you had been just absolutely just handled poorly by the waitstaff.
I went back. I forgot to include this. The next morning, I went back to the exact bar for brunch to show that fat bitch waitress that I don't care about her. And I stared at her. I sat there and went, "Could you please get me some coffee?"
Damn, dude.
I don't care how much she spit in my drinks.
You just drank it all.
Right in her fucking fat face, dude.
Fuck.
I hated her.
You guys are you were battling this
It
weekend.
was a
dude.
true battle, dude. She didn't. It was funny too because Adam, my friend Adam, was sitting across, and he
You punched her?
he was like, she didn't know who she was locking horns with.
Not
She
at
came
all,
over
dude.
with pure. She saw me. I look like a fat bitch. She probably was like, "Oh, here's a fat bitch I could talk to this way."
True.
She thought, and then it was just, "What'd you say to me? How are you talking to me?
Damn.
Why would you talk to someone like that?"
It was
She
just
said, "Because I told you already." I was like, "That's the first time you told me that. That was the first time you talked to me."
yeah.
She's like, "Well, I told you already. Next time you're gonna drop the check." I was like, "Oh, don't fucking threaten me." I had to start ordering 2 drinks at a time because of how slow they were. It was, I mean, the MLS game had all the Antifa
Obviously.
fucks.
Obviously.
Yeah. Look, enough about me.
Enough about me showing up and just fucking
Battling.
stalking on that lady, dude. Not stalking as like a
True,
stalker.
but going back the next day.
Going back, I'm like, what's up?
going back the next morning.
That's got to be bad for your digestion to like hatefully eat a meal at a place where your enemy works and prepares your food. Just
Oh yeah.
show up and be like,
Especially I got like
my pulse would be at like 100 beats per. If I like went to a place where I had a problem with someone, my pulse is at 100 beats per minute. So I would
Yeah,
just
I
be
was-
like,
I was definitely like fight adrenaline was in me while I was eating breakfast. I was like, there she is. I don't care if she says anything. I hope she says something to
oh
me.
my god,
Yeah.
dude, you got to hit the portal, dude.
I got chilaquiles. Well, I don't know what type of breakfast this is. It's like fucking rice and beans on chips. I basically got nachos for
They
breakfast.
force you to eat Mexican food.
Yeah.
You're like, can I have eggs Benedict? And like, well, we only have Mexican.
Yeah.
You're like, god damn it,
Yep.
son of a bitch, I can't pronounce goddamn thing on this menu.
Yeah.
I don't want beans with my eggs. Damn, dude.
I got beans, eggs, and coffee. Went back to the
You're
house.
being persecuted.
Uncorked
Dude.
the dump in front of my lady.
They probably try to assassinate you via diarrhea.
Yeah, well, they don't know they're running into a buzzsaw. I was born in the darkness, crafted by it. All right, so
Oh fuck!
I was battling hipsters. You
Damn.
were battling your own ego.
Pretty much, dude.
Fill us in. What happened?
So I'll start you from the beginning. Man.
Yeah.
Show up. I talked to you. I forgot about that. We talked on the way over.
Yes.
On the way over, I was telling you about Soplar And there was I think the other technique where like if you encounter if you encounter an entity, you can either go like push it away, or I think that's Soplar. And there's another, I forget the name of it, dude. Torping.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Torping.
I remember that.
So if Soplar doesn't work, this is like the YouTubes I had watched before.
Now Matt's talking about taking a 5-gram mushroom journey.
So while you're out of your body in the astral plane, or wherever I was watching videos to prepare for it.
Right here in this house. Hi.
Oh, boy, dude.
You're in your own brain.
Dude.
Yes. Go ahead.
That's a very materialist perspective.
I've been there.
That's a very materialist perspective.
No,
if I was at that
been
brunch with you, I would have easily, I just would have calmed the entire situation.
I had a nice brunch. I had a nice calm brunch.
Does not sound like
if she walked by, I said, I'd like to kill you. Very calmly.
I was gone.
Calmly.
My body was here. I'd feel my body every now and again. But on the way over, I was telling you about Soplar and Torping. And Torping, if Soplar doesn't work, if the entities come around you and you go, you might, that's kind of like a gut punch. They'll be like, ugh, but you might also attract the attention of larger entities. That thing's part of a hierarchy.
Higher part.
Exactly.
So you think,
I'll get to my beliefs.
Not being a jerk.
No, absolutely.
So there's a different dimension. And
Level
there
of
are entities that are
very possibly, yes.
Possibly entities that are like monsters.
Here's the thing. I believe in God now. Totally.
Okay.
So I'm not really worried about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because I can just always call upon the one true creator.
Okay.
No big deal.
So you call on that.
There's people out there who do deal with them. I mean, I might come across them. I haven't stopped my travels yet.
Yeah.
But it's like the technique this guy came up with.
That's what I feared the most.
Oh,
about
yeah.
This journey.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
Dude. Oh,
dude.
100% believe in God. No, not even, there's no, people can say, oh, it's like, hey.
No, I didn't fear that you would believe in God.
What?
I feared that you would be like, I haven't stopped my travels yet.
I haven't stopped them, dude.
I know.
I have not stopped. But
all right.
I think I'm going to do like every 5-year schedule, I believe. With some little treats in between, obviously. Some changa.
You can get high as shit occasionally, too.
The weed deep dives are probably on a whole new level now.
So you think not you think, I'm not,
sure.
But I like to imagine a dimension where there's just monsters, like demons, like,
well, it's an
and
immaterial
then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, somebody's high as hell right now. We got to go spook them.
No.
It's like, yo, this doper's blowing extra hard. Run, everybody.
Well, that's when if you torp.
Oh shit, he's torping us.
Torping is when you're there and the Soplar doesn't work. But torping, you go, and then that can kill them. That can kill them.
Kill them?
That can kill them. You got to be careful because you're still taking a life. I mean, it is, it's an immaterial dark energy body, but they're not feeding on you because you're high. You have a light body as a human being.
Yeah.
So, it's like you're opening yourself up to different frequencies, and your consciousness isn't in your brain. It's like an electromagnetic field. It's like, here's a magnet, but there's also a field. Your mind's, in my opinion, the same way. So it's like, you just open yourself up, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
Yeah, your humble opinion?
My humble, Rupert Sheldrake and some of the greatest minds of the Dark Ages medieval period, yeah.
Great minds of the Dark Ages?
I mean, dude, yeah.
The great minds of the noted worst time for minds?
That's propaganda. That's history propaganda, dude. You know this. Dark Ages weren't as bad as people say. There's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Definitely cool stuff.
A lot of cool art. Come on, give me that. Give me that.
I'll give you what?
Cool art in the Dark Ages.
Yeah,
dude.
sure.
Don't fall into history propaganda, dude.
No, I'm not falling for the propaganda. I'm more worried about demons hiding.
You don't have to worry about them, dude.
No, they've visited me. I've seen them.
They could.
But I believe they were in my own mind.
They could be. I mean, you're a materialist. That's what you would think. I don't
like to get called things.
Here's the thing. It's just a belief. You describe. There's nothing wrong with it, dude. We need each other. But, I mean, to think that intelligence stops with us, it's, to me, it's a fallacy. It's like, it very possibly is there's larger and larger creatures and larger levels of consciousness. We're larger than an ant in terms of how conscious we are. To think the buck stops
but that
with
doesn't
us,
mean there's a dimension of monsters.
They could
just because sure, there could be aliens with higher levels of intelligence than us. Sure,
that could kind of interact with us mentally, possibly. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I don't totally dismiss it. It might just all be in our heads. That's on the table. But dude, if you witness what I witnessed, bro,
I did. I just got very, very high myself.
But you have to set the intention, dude. I mean, look,
I figured you did it better than me.
No, don't start that.
I figured you knew how to do it better.
Don't start that.
No, you
start that.
I didn't start that. You're right.
I know what you're doing here.
No, I started it. I'm sorry. I started that for sure. I know. I was the one who started that.
No, I'm telling you, everyone can have different experiences. And again, you have to go into it. It all depends on your inherent belief system. I'm not saying you're wrong, but for me, a belief system is something you choose that resonates with you, that you get benefits from. So if I were to say like, I want to think like Sam Harris, I can do that. It just doesn't really make me feel that good. If I go into like entities, God, all that stuff, that pumps me up. It makes me feel good. So that's the one I pick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course, that's how that works. Yeah.
It rules.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, nobody knows for sure. So it's like, why would I pick one that makes me feel like everything's totally pointless? Not doing that.
Yeah.
God, Soplar, Torping. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to withstand that experience without perfect faith, dude. I was on the threshold. I could have been obliterated, and I was just fucking out of my body.
So you have perfect faith.
In the moment, I had compared to everything I had before. In that moment, and dude, I'm a fallible creature, but I was able to fully go.
You are?
Yeah, of course.
Oh shit.
I'm saying I was able to transcend possibly my greatest fear, and I could have went either way. I mean, you either believe in fear or you believe in God. I chose the path of God. It's that simple, dude. It's one dictates your life or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was at a
I fear
crossroads.
God, dude.
You can. That you should.
I fear God, homie.
So I didn't even get into the whole thing,
I
dude.
fear God,
Dude,
homie.
This is going to sound really weird. You're already kind of freaked out, and I'm just testing the waters.
Yeah.
I was in direct communication. I'm not saying like I was God or anything. I got the full rundown on how that all works and how we're all like part of an organism, basically. That's just like, we can't even comprehend. Dude, it was so terrifying.
Well, tell him what happened.
So I get out. You and I talk about Torpin. You obviously make fun of me and belittle me and stuff. And then I get kidding. And then
You obviously talk down to me. Go ahead.
How do I talk down to you?
No, go ahead.
I never talk down to you.
Sure.
When?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh my God, dude. It's so funny. So we get in. It was actually very funny. It actually helped me. I was so nervous. I talked to you. We had a good laugh. And then I go inside, and my brother was shamaning me. So I come in, I was in here actually. And I go in and see my brother, and I'm coming up with every excuse not to do this. I'm like, because I had them on me. I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, so much. And so I'm like, I'm gonna eat these. So I'm like, I go up into the room. I'm in the chamber. I'm up in the sanctuary above this. And I'm like up there by myself. And I go downstairs. I'm like, oh, you're going to come up with me while I eat these or what? Like I didn't want to eat them myself. I was that nervous. So he comes up, and I just start just munching. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. So I just start chomping them, taking the water. And he was like, yeah, you should have about 40 minutes or so. He's like, take a piss, do what you got to do.
Get ready.
Dude, so they're munched, they're down the hatch. I'm like shitting myself. This was fucking terrifying. Yeah. So actually once I ate them, I felt kind of calm, but I was like, the clock was ticking. So I go in, I take a piss, I lay in the bed, and dude, just to give you some sort of perspective, before I left, I was like picking out a shirt. This is like my like thought patterns. Picking out a shirt. I see my green shirt, the one I got down when we were doing stand up down, where were we? Down south. Down
South
Texas
Carolina?
way. Texas way.
Texas.
So I remember we went to the thrift store.
Yes.
So I was going to wear a green
the Letterman jacket.
Not the Letterman. Yeah, I was going to wear the green thermal shirt I had from there. But I was like, before I went, I was like, I don't know who used to wear this shirt. I don't want to wear like a shirt that maybe this guy was like a fucking like violent criminal. I don't want to bring like some dude's shirt that like did bad shit into this space with me. So I'm like, I won't wear that. When I went to get into bed, I laid on top of the covers because I was like, I don't want to lay under the covers, and if I'm tripping, I like feel trapped under the.
Yeah. Just
neurotic thinking. Like as soon as it kicked in, I started bugging out, doing all this stuff, and all of that kind of like, should I do this? Should I do that? It just got wiped to the point now where it's like the idea of dancing. I was laughing, being like, the idea that I was uncomfortable about that was just the funniest thing in the world to me.
Uncomfortable about dancing?
Yeah. It was just like, that's the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Or being like, I'm going to pick this shirt because like a dead guy might have worn, like all of that stuff. Like, I'm going to stay on top. It was like, get under the blankets, you idiot. And the whole time was like, I'm going to keep the mask on the entire 4 hours. And it was like, dude, if you want to take it up, you fucking weird. Just shit like that.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's that's what I said. you have some very non-neurotic tendencies. So I'm laying there. I thought I had 40 minutes. I talked to my brother for a little bit. And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, dude, like I'm just going to start like close my eyes and breathe and put the mask on. I had Bluetooth. I had a mask with headphones hooked up to my laptop. So I put it on and I start like my playlist is going, close my eyes, and like And I started breathing, and I just like, as soon as like, it feels like something kind of showed up. Because when your eyes are closed, it's really weird to do. Like I'm sitting there and all of a sudden it was just like, okay, like the effects are setting in. And I got like incredibly anxious and was just like, fuck, dude, fuck. Like I was freaking, I like started to kind of freak out. And that was the point I was like, you know, you get all those thoughts like, I knew I shouldn't have done this. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I'm going to freak. And it was just like, I had this, out of nowhere, I had this thought. It was just like, dude, your body's been dealing with fear before you were even a self, if that makes sense. When you're a baby, you're not a self yet. You're just like a fucking thing.
Sure.
So it's like you've been processing fear. There's no need for you to try to like mitigate it or be in the way of it. Just completely let it go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I let that go. And then, you know, I'm still kind of bugging out. I'm this and that, but I feel a little better. And then I'm like breathing, tracking my breath, like following my breath. And I'm like in my head, like, well, I want to make sure like I'm still breathing. Because it's like starting to kick in. It's like, and I have like, you know, my eyes closed and it's like, just like, it was like the visuals are more like stained glass windowy kind of shit. Like almost like it'd be like a neon kind of like garden. It was weird, but it's very faint. It wasn't super pronounced. And then, so then it was just kind of like, dude, like why are you like keeping track of your breath? It's like, well, I want to make sure I'm still breathing. It's like, dude, your body knows how to, will you stop with this weird fucking shit? Just let it go. And then I fully was like, all right, fine. It was like, look, nothing's going to happen. You're going to be back in one piece. Like, you'll be fine. You have to completely give in. So long story short, let go. Dude, just become, I just go, it's the way I think, like explain it is just like, it's a wave. You just get like carried off to the point where like I would eventually, I'm sure, you know, you've done this, but you like, I would touch my head for a second. Like I would just be like hearing myself like, oh, like making noises and I'd reach up and you'd be like, my head. And you're like, oh, I have a head. Like you're
it's like when you're in virtual reality.
Yes.
Where you're like in this thing and then you like accidentally touch a counter. And you're like, oh shit, I forgot I was in this room.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. And I forget, it like kind of went off into like, so the anxiety stuff, I was like examining all the ways fear kind of controls and dictates my life. And it went deeper than I imagined. And it was just like so much shit popping up. And I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's this, blah, blah, blah. Then I got like a tremendous wave of anxiety. And that's when like the religious stuff kind of started coming in. Because my two intentions were to examine how fear dictates my life and to also start to examine all the spiritual stuff I've been reading about. Dude, I went into like this, I can't even explain it, but it was like the whole, you know, like the whole mystic idea that like we are all part of God. And it's like almost like it's like a gigantic organism and we're just kind of like individual cells within this entire blah, blah, blah. So I was like in that idea, if that's like the easiest way to explain it. And I got to think the way God thinks. And it was overwhelming, terrifying, and like lonely and just weird. I was like in eternity by myself, but being like, this is what this is, and being like, this fucking sucks, dude. And I just got like, I remember I kept thinking like, oh my God, all I have to do is just take care of such a little tiny piece of the world, like my life and like, you know, my little fucking web of relationships. And I'm like, I'm such a dickhead. And it just starts running through how I've been just a fucking dickhead, a pussy, letting this dictate. And it was just fucking brutal, dude, of just like you have so little to deal with. And then like I would like, you know, I'm in that. I went through the whole Christ message and like, this is what Jesus was trying to tell people. And this is how Jesus's brain worked. And I was just like, oh, this is too much. You know, fuck, I didn't want to let people kill. It sounds crazy, but dude, like and it's almost indescribable. And then I would get spit out. You would get out, like the wave would be over and I'd be back in the room. And that's when I was like, dude, if you want to get under the blankets, get under the blankets. Like Pop was like immediately I heard Tom come up the stairs and I'm like, Tom, it's like, I think I'm done. I think it's over. And he was like, it's not over, bro. I was like, how long's it been? He was like, it's been about 45 minutes. And I was just like, or like an hour, whatever it was. And I was just like, okay. And then mask back on. I'm under the blankies, dude. Go into another wave. It's the point where like, I remember like going into like the Jesus stuff, hitting like a Buddha thing where I was kind of like, dude, it was fucking nuts, dude. It was to the point where like, I do remember one of the things was like, I had fully like grokked the Christ message. And then there was like Jesus's eye peering like this at me. And it was like, you understand what I was dealing with? And like, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, there's nothing to freak out about. Literally, it's all in your head. It's all bullshit. You're totally fine. And it was like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But if you tell this to people, they'll want to kill you. And I was like, oh, fuck. He's like, but you have the message. I was like, fuck. I was just like, no.
So now you have Christ's message.
I didn't want it, dude. I tried.
Well, all of the saints, they didn't want it, bro.
Dude, but here's the thing.
Jesus didn't want it.
I was aware of the whole dynamic. It was funny because at the time I was going like, oh, this is how people are convinced they're Jesus. And I was kind of like, That's weird. So I was still able to keep some of my faculties, but then I did this whole thing with like the Buddha thing and being like, oh, so that's what nirvana feels. And all of it felt like scary. It wasn't like, oh, I was blissed out. I'm like, this is overwhelming to think at this level and this depth. I'm like, please send me back to my just like stupid, like one cylinder brain where I can just be nice. Like all I have to do is be good and be nice. So I would keep like being spit back out and it would just be like, I would just lay there like, I can't wait to be so good. I'm going to be so fucking good. I'll be so fucking nice, dude. And I'd be like, Tom! And you'd come up and be like, what time is it? And you'd be like, dude, you still got a while, man. I'd be like, and then I'd go back under. So eventually what happened was I get out of the religious stuff and then I start coming back into like the world. Like I start coming, like realizing where I am. Like I was gone in like heaven stuff. And then I come into, not even heaven, I would say. I was in like deep, like universe, God stuff. And then I go into, so then I start coming to my senses kind of, but I go like, all right, so where am I? And I was like, Earth. And I'm like, right. I'm like, do I have any money? And I was like, what the fuck? We have money? And I went through a whole thing on money where I was just like, how the fuck did we get tricked into that? All this stuff of like, so I got to go around and just keep collecting this stuff? And I'm like, fuck, man. And, it was all this stuff. And then I started getting into countries where I'd be like, wait, what? There's countries? And like, they don't
So
like
you're Antifa. You were like, money's borders
No,
suck.
not at all. I wasn't even, mine was, no, because they're just in the mix of all that shit. Mine was more like, let's grow food. And all that stuff's weird. That's all Caesar's realm, bro. It's God, obviously what belongs to Caesar, but dude, so I'm like, I'm breaking it down in Caesar's realm where it's like money, countries, weapons, political factions. And I was just like, and I'm like, I'm remembering what the world is. And that, dude, it was fucking crazy. So then it's another wave. I do a whole wave on like unexpectedly like geopolitics shit. And I was just like, fuck, dude, this is fucked up. And then like, so then my brother comes up again and I'm like, dude, I think I'm good, man. And there's a point where I was like, I'm going to start my own country. And I was like, people are going to kill me because I have the Christ message and I'm going to start my own country. And I was like, I'm definitely getting shot. And I was like bugging out on it. And so then I'm like, my brother comes up and I'm like, dude, like I'm telling him about money and countries. And he's like, just kind of like laughing. And I'm like, I think I'm good for real, dude. Because then I got into a whole thing of like, dude, all your fears are bullshit. Even like you're telling yourself you have to lay on bed because you're on so much mushrooms. That's all bullshit too. Like get up and go do your thing. You got the message, go about your day. And I was like, right on. And I got up. So I'm like, let's go outside. And he's like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
So we come in through the studio and we went out on the deck. So I'm sitting outside just like, I remember being like, because I was gone from the world. So I'm like, I'm in the city, cars are going by. And I remember just being like, this is a lot of activity, dude. Yeah. There's a lot of people here and they're all fucking on these like weird hell-bent missions where they'd been kind of like co-opted into chasing this weird material resource. It was kind of a strange thing, but then we locked ourselves out. I shut the door behind me, didn't realize that it locked from the inside. So then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm good. I turned to go back inside and the door just was like, the knob, the lock were just like, and I like look at it and was just like, and I thought I was hallucinating being outside. So I turned to my brother and he was frozen in time. So I looked at him.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And he was just, and I was like, Tom. And he was like, what? And I was like, I thought you froze. And he was just like, dude, you got to go back inside. And I was like, the doors doesn't work. And he was like, what? Did you lock us out? And I was like, I think it does lock from me. And like, he was like, fuck. And it was cold. So I'm outside in the cold and I'm just sitting out there. And again, it was like, I felt myself start to bug and my body was like, dude, if you want to bug, dude. But like, that's on you. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bug. And then he's like, Spud's working around the corner. And again, I had just come out of like, we shouldn't have countries. We shouldn't have money. We shouldn't have locks. So in my head, I'm like, fucking hate locks, dude. I'm like, this is why we shouldn't have this shit. So Spud comes.
We shouldn't even have locks.
So Spud comes and lets us in. And I'm just like, this is why you have bros. This is why your bros are the best, dude. You can lock yourself out. Your bros can just I'm like, this is the only thing that matters. Like, I'm going through all that stuff. And then I go back into bed. I'm not even done. So I'm halfway at this point. He's like, I'm like, I think I'm going to lay down. I don't know if I'm ready yet. And he's like, you're not. Go lay down. So I lay down. This is where it got like truly weird. So and this is like, again, this is the reentry. This is like, I'm coming back to the world. I lay down. I remember kind of crossing my legs like this. Like if you peep under here, like a little grapevine.
Yes.
Just, it's comfy. And instantly my brain just shot to like the DNA helix. And I'm like, DNA, tight. And then all of a sudden it started going into like, I had this like, not a memory, but I had this like, and it sounds I thought this was the most profound thing in the world. I was like, fuck, dude. I used to be a sperm cell. And I was just like, I was in my dad, and there was fucking millions of cells, and I had a whole other life as an organism that I don't even remember. And I was just like, my brothers were in my dad? And I was like, whoa. And then I started thinking about how my dad was in someone else, and they were in someone else, and how like all of us were just emanating from this uninterrupted life force, and we just kind of all like popped up like a, like a blade of grass, or like our whole personality was like wallpaper on this like generic life force that we're all part of. It was pretty nuts, dude. And then I like couldn't tell. I was like burdened with the knowledge that I was a sperm cell, and I didn't think anyone else, like I thought people had pushed it out of their mind. I'm like, I can't bring this back to people and tell them they won't be able to take it. I thought I was like going to like dismantle people's mental well-being by being like,
damn,
sit down for this, bro. But you were a sperm cell. Like,
yeah.
I thought I thought that we all repressed it and forgot that we were like basically tadpoles at one point, living in another person. And also like, obviously we were living in our mom, and we were also kind of living in our dad, sort of parts of us. And then, it was just like, so I went on that for a while, and then that kind of seeped into like this whole thing, how like I was thinking of everyone I know. And after I'd kind of like strip myself down to being like, dude, you're a fucking pussy about this. You're not, you should be doing better with this person. You should be, just be nicer. Cause a lot of my stuff was like, well, this person would do this to me. And it was just like, fuck you, shut up, stop being a pussy. And then, I was like in this, everyone I knew was like an island, and I was in the water. And then we were like, basically we were just the water, but the island was us popping up as like our personalities, but we were all part of the same thing. And then eventually I came to and thought I broke my brain and that I'd never be the same ever again. My brother was like, no, you're cool. We're going to go out and get pizza afterwards. I'm like, yeah, people like me still. He's like, yeah, they like you, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought everyone hated me. Like, no, you're fine. Like, I thought I did a bad thing. Like, no, you're fine. So then I like laid there for a while, and I was like, I can't move. And then finally in my head, I was like, Tom. And he didn't come. He went for a walk. He wouldn't come upstairs. So I was like, you have to stand. And like, that's when I got up and like pushed the door. I had to pee really bad, but I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
So I went out of bed. I peed. And as soon as I peed, I was like, I'm back in my body. Cause I was like in my body, but I wasn't working like I thought it would. And then I had another hour of just like chilling downstairs, being like, talking to my brother, being like, how do you fucking function? Cause he had done it previously. And I'm like, how do you even live now? And he was like, you'll be fine. And then eventually went for a ride. I got a smoothie, and like that night it kind of wore off, and I had a splitting headache.
I was surprised that I forgot you had done it.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I? I think we were doing a sketch.
I texted you. Yeah, you're doing a sketch. I was texting you, obviously. Love you. Sorry for being a fag ass.
Yeah, I liked that. That was very funny.
I just felt like I had been so shitty to everyone.
And then I was like,
I
mean, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Dude, I relived.
I see why you're bugging out about
things.
that. I'm like, dude, you're fine. And I was like, I came out of it like, I'm such a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, waking up that day was just like...
I feel like you had it way more difficult. Like if you had
for sure.
set up and it was like dude, my shit was so cool.
Bro, I was fucked up when I started. I had no preparation at all. I wasn't like, this is what I'm doing. This is where I am. I didn't know where I was. It was night number 2 in an unknown place.
Dude,
yeah,
I like mentally prepared
wild
for like 2 months and like read spirituality books and all this stuff that obviously were a humongous help because I was able to kind of like just kind of think of the whole thing through that. If I had just been like spit out and that hit me and I was just like, that happened to me once and I just fucking freaked out. I don't remember any of it, but
I remember a lot of it.
Really?
And I was happy I did it that way.
True.
I was happy I did it without any sense of I had control. Or like figuring stuff out, Well, that's because I had nothing.
That was the thing for me. It was like all your little schemes of like, I'll do this and I do that. It was just like, that's just shit you tell yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Just munch them, bug out, you'll be back in your body. And I had to like get used to my body again, which was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I walked around the house in the morning.
Just getting back in your body?
Maybe, yeah.
You must have eaten like a quarter, dude.
I don't know what I ate.
Judging off what you told me you ate, I think it was like...
There was a long period of time where I was totally incapacitated.
Yeah.
I got hit with a mirror. I walked in the bathroom, saw my... Dude, I was telling you this. I looked like a groundhog. Like I saw like my face was like pink and my eyes were huge. And I was like, damn, dude, I look like Gus, the groundhog from this Lotto commercials, dude. I was like, is this what I look like? And
that was
towards the end. That was when I started like...
You came back too.
I was like, that's me. Like I was thinking for a while, I was just zero. And then I at one point I went upstairs and got water.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I would sip water and just instantly feel nauseous. Like at one point I was like, I'm going to throw up. And he was like, you going to throw up? And I was like, no. And I was like, lay there. But yeah, dude, that when I came back too, when I like got back in, because I didn't know like anything about myself, like my phone, I was like, ugh. But I remember thinking like, that'd have been so funny if I came back and I was just 400 pounds. I could have been, came back and like, oh shit, dude. Like I had no idea. I remember just coming, the one thing that made me laugh is like, when I was finally like coming back into myself, I remember being like, I have a goatee. Yes. Yes, dude. I did it. Dude,
Sweet.
It was funny to like, I remember being like, I have longish sort of hair. Like I was like, I Ray Charles myself. I was just kind of like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. But the whole experience is one thing. It's for me, it was the after effects have been awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I had like nothing but neurotic thinking patterns that have like, I forgot. Like, so what happens is like, I'll wake up now and I didn't know, I forgot I used to even do this. I went to pee the other night, woke up to take a piss, pissed, and then like I had like a flood of racing thoughts about just like complete nonsense. But I remember being like, oh yeah, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and fucking freak out. Like 4 nights a week. I'd wake up and be like, ah! And I was like, that
really?
Like all the time. I was something I like would happen to me in the middle of the night and I would just put it out of my mind and go back to bed. And I would just be like, oh, what do I got to do tomorrow? And I would just think about like 40 things at once while I'm peeing and like just freak out and go back to bed.
Yeah.
That started to happen. I was just like, huh, fuck, man. And then I started going, dude, I think you fucked yourself. You know, then it starts happening again. And you go, no, I'm good. I went back to bed. But it's like, dude, I like erased just, it was just like there was like a ton of plugins. Like you have like your ego and it's a good thing to have. It's like keeps you from dying and stuff. But like, there's like, don't get eaten by a bear. Don't get murdered by your neighbor. They're like good programs to run. And then it's like, there's like a plugin that's like, is your boss mad at me? Is my wife mad? They're the ones that trigger that same limbic system. And it's like, I was running like thousands of plugins unnecessarily that just got pulled off.
Why? What do you think?
I just was anxious and neurotic, dude.
Yeah.
It was just, that's just what happens. It's like if you have an employee and their job is, it's not as important as it's important, but they shouldn't be running the show. They'll invent things to do to keep themselves more relevant and important.
Yeah.
So the ego thrives on problems. So they just constantly invent problems. And that was the thing that bugged me out too. I was like, why are we fucking giving kids math problems, dude? We have enough shit going on. We're fucking just inventing shit. I invent shit. I was in math and they made me fucking just figure out shit that wasn't even fucking real. It was nuts. It was fucked up. I'm like, we fucking shit's hard enough, dude. You don't gotta just be confusing kids with fucking numbers they don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like, that doesn't exist. Just fucking delete it from the textbook.
Math?
And I was like, it's good to know, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
I started thinking about
They
like
should be able to tell who's dumb.
Well, I started thinking about that. I'm like, that's
good.
fucked up, man. They just put that shit on people, dude. The Pythagoreans. I was just a Celtic warrior, obviously.
Yeah.
Pythagoreans just came there and they're like, do you even know how to count? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
No.
What do you mean? I know how many wives I have. That's what everyone did. They were just like 3-year-olds. They were just like, how old are you?
Yeah. They'd have sticks. Put them on the ground. That many.
Like, I've been marking a rock, I think every 4 moons, but give or take. They're like, dude, you fucking suck. You even notice the stars revolve? And you're like, stop fucking around, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we own you now. And you're like, fuck. Now your fucking great grandkids have to crack math problems, dude. It's fucked up. Bullshit, dude.
So you feel like it was good.
Yeah.
And you feel better than you did?
Yeah. But I will say this. There's a caveat because I could see how you could fucking spin out afterwards because it's a big change. And it's one of those things where it's like, I had to come to grips with the fact that I'll probably never be exactly the same. And that's kind of scary.
I think you will.
I don't think so, dude.
I think, at least I did. I think.
You can't, so they kind of wore off a little?
After a couple days.
Yeah.
Because the first 2 or 3 days, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, definitely the first day. Like, I went out to lunch and I was out to dinner with my girl and she was like, are you all right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
And that makes you feel worse.
Yeah, for sure.
I was getting that the day of. Like, are you sure you're fine? And I'm like, fine. I had a bad headache, dude. I had to go take a hot bath. And I read Dune. That was my turnaround point.
True.
Read Dune in the bathtub and was just like,
Got it.
Nothing but like, mother trained my consciousness. I'm like, fuck yes, dude. I'm back.
Yes.
Back online. I honestly do. They've done studies with this, and apparently this can have lasting personality changes for up to like 18 months. Studying from like, life contentment indexes and all that stuff. And dude, it's like, there's the shit that I wiped off. It's like and it's not like I'm not saying like, oh, it's all gone, like everything's perfect. It still pops up, but it's like a thin vapor compared to what before it would be like my reaction was physical, mental. Now it's like a fleeting thought that I'm like, huh, like, like Brittany will be pissed about something. And I used to just be like, like we're on an airplane, one of the motors starts smoking. I'm just fucking, the whole plane starts blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you fucking angry? What the fuck? And it, we just explode rather than just being like, sorry you feel this way.
Yeah.
I'm here. I used to fucking implode. So far, that's not been the case,
That's
so
good.
it's like, it's help, but I'm also, I'll say, I was so neurotic. It's almost like, when you weigh like 500 pounds, you're like, I lost 200 pounds. Like, well, you're still 300 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like mentally 300 pounds from 500. So it's like pretty tight.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny to go on a mushroom journey just to like be able to listen to your wife nag. it's coming out and be like, whoa.
Dude.
And then your wife's like, did you put this away? You're like,
it's the ultimate, dude. It's just,
you Neo your wife's nags.
every man in my family, the mission now is the whole family.
Survive the women.
We're going to get the whole family just fucking Celtic warriored up. Dude, we could alter the future of my entire family line.
Yeah.
If all the men of the family had done the heroic dose. And again, if you do it with the blindfold with intention, it's a different experience.
I believe it.
So it's like,
my experience I thought was important.
yeah, dude,
I enjoyed it.
you fucking foresaw your future and avoided it. Come on,
I died.
dude. Don't try to strip away your psychonaut status, dude.
No. I have it. I have
Good.
the status.
You do.
I went in
Don't forget it.
pure Celtic warrior. Pure Celtic warrior.
Yeah, dude.
Actual Celtic
That's how
warrior.
I say it too. Celtic,
none of
not
those
Celtic.
none of this reading.
Yeah, dude. Bart,
Jargon
Boston,
before
Celtics, dude.
none of this
True.
studying. That I was just like, hand me my ale. And I was drinking my ales, and I was like, "Give me these, whatever these are." I'm a true Celtic warrior, Viking. That's how
true.
I feel.
I'm happy for you, bro. Your tricks don't work on me, dude. My
It's
ego
not a
got
trick.
demoted. I know what you're doing.
My ego is I'm perfect. I have perfect faith.
That's good.
I'm humble.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, humbly. I fear God.
Good.
Very humble.
Good.
Yes,
That's all you can do. I mean, Jesus had 12 disciples. They're all different, dude. I celebrate all of us.
I do too.
But that's the funny thing, too. My favorite thing now is when people tell me they don't believe in God. I'm like, okay, weirdo.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do now. Just as it's a fun joke.
These guys are probably atheists. They're going to deny it now.
You an atheist, Noah? Yeah. Well, here's the thing, dude. It's not, a lot of people think that they have to, like, God's going to be mad. It's like, it's for you, dude. God's there for your benefit, dude, not for his. You're not there for his.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't need this. Like, okay, knock yourself out.
Yeah, the people that are like, I believe in him just in case. It's like, nah, that ain't it.
You could do it.
That's not it.
Obviously forgives you for that, but,
Yeah.
it's not how you do it. Yeah, I got really fucked up about, that was another thing, dude. I went through a whole thing of, like, church and organized religion, and was just like, fuck, dude, this is so shitty. This is so fucked up. And, like, especially how they were condemning gay people. I was like, because I had this whole thing of sin, and I'm like, it's just like, you just match up two consenting parties. It's cool. And if you get in the way of that, you're a sinner. So I was just like, fuck, dude, the church is so satanic, dude, with the shit they're doing, all the shame they're putting on people, all that bullshit. That was like the way I was thinking about it. It's like going to organized religion versus doing the heroic dose with a spiritual outlook, obviously, preparing yourself. It's like drinking Coke versus owning stock in Coca-Cola. It's like, you can sip it, or you can be like, oh, I have this piece of paper,
Yeah.
kind of meaningless. But dude, I started getting into like, because again, I was like, we're all part of this divine creature. And I was like, oh, there's like some of us just like changing from boys into girls. And I was like, whoa, that's so fucking heavy, dude. I was like,
What,
wow.
trans?
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing right now? I was like, it's just part of the process, dude. And I was like, oh,
What process?
I don't know, just us constantly morphing. I don't know what it was. Just free. The whole thing was free. I was like, that's mean. The church tell gay people to go to hell, and then I did. But the thing was like, I had fully been with like the chain of life, and I'm like, dude, we have life inside of us. I could see why the church would be really weird about where you come and what you're doing with it, because it is sacred, dude. But
Yeah.
they can take it easy a little bit.
On the gays?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Take it easy. But I understand, dude, like if you're back in the 1400s and like if I was in the 1400s and I was like interacting with like the sperm chain of life, I could see people being like, only come in chicks, dude. Don't don't disrespect the sperm chain of life that we all emanate from, dude. So I get where they're coming from. It's just,
I mean, that's where your brothers came from. Some of your brothers got sent into guys' butts if your dad was gay. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Can't have that.
Where the hell are they?
You don't want your brothers
I miss
ending up in a guy's butt.
I miss my brothers, dude.
Yeah.
just fucking on the floor of a Mack truck, dude.
Some cream pie falling out.
Yeah, I was like freaking on the fact that I had like just tons of lives inside of me and was like, whoa, it's fucking crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty tight. The whole experience was cool. The main thing was the after effects, dude. I don't know if you noticed, acted my fucking ass off, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me it, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
I went big, dude.
It was great.
Your directions were big. You would just be like, I'd be like, usually I'm so weird and squirrely. I wouldn't do that kind of shit. I would just be like, that whole day would have been me being like, you fucking suck. Or I would have started being like, fucking acting sucks. You know, whatever to like filter myself from like just being like, hey, dude, stop being a pussy and being a weirdo. Yeah, it's been good. The whole thing's been good.
Yeah, you did great. It helps me if I see someone do what I'm like the director.
Yeah.
Like, because they'll be like, think of this, you're more this. And it's like, all right, how the fuck do I do
Well,
that?
you
I
would
just need to see someone be like, do this.
The exact thing
And
you
it's
would
like,
do,
all right, good.
you would just go like this. And I would be like, okay, I don't know exactly
That's all
what
you
you're
got to
talking
do.
about.
Yeah.
It's so helpful. Rather than being like, so here's where you're at. I'm like, I can't pretend to feel anything. I don't feel anything anyway. I'm fucked up.
I'm not good at this.
I'm autistic, okay?
Yeah. I need to see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you would
feel that
you would
way.
hit me with the fucking, I'm like,
Yeah.
I got that.
You did.
That was
you
fun.
did great.
That was fun.
That'll be an interesting one. I almost cried.
Really?
I was close to crying a couple
I was
times.
trying to make myself cry. I thought I
could
do
have
it.
easily cried
Really?
early. Yeah, but it was when the camera wasn't on me. Like the
yeah.
first couple times I read through it, I was like, fuck, I could easily cry. Yeah. I thought I had it.
I was trying my hardest to cry, but usually it's just little things like that, dude. It's like the other thing too was pretty cool. I identified the why I have resistance towards things like with writing. I'll sit down to write and I'm like, this is going to be so good. Everyone's going to love this. Oh my God. And I'll start being like up my ass about how awesome it will be. And like people are going to love it. And I'll basically
Well, that's bad.
just for myself. Yeah. Just for myself of like, and it's there somewhere. I'm like, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. I'll build it up and then I'll go, but what if it's not? And then I go, and then I'm like, I just come up with an excuse and I don't do it. And now it's just kind of like, this is fun. I'll just write something that's just fun. And it's
Yeah.
like,
You got to write for yourself.
exactly.
It's like,
Or just for people. Just like, let's just
Sure.
be fun.
it was, like your thing while you were high was like being a good boy when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I was like, I can't wait to just do stand up.
Nice.
Like just work on it and be good at it.
Yeah.
Because no one can take that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can choose how good I am at that. And yeah, that's helped. It's
Yeah.
helped me with that since then. I've been like, dude, this shit, I'm so happy to do this.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
Yeah, that was the biggest
So that was cool.
biggest part was just getting out of it. I'm like, I can't wait till this is over. I can just do stuff.
Yeah, true. I was very
Like,
excited.
I'll be so good. That was the only thing. It was like, and that was the thing too. When I was in the very beginning of it and I was like in that like weird divinity mode where I'm like there getting the rundown on how like God works and like what infinity is and like what eternity is. And I'm like, God, this is so fucking much to deal with. I'm like, this is like fucking terrifying. And I'm like, it's just you. And I was like, yep. Like that was kind of
Yeah.
like the message I was getting. I'm like, that's fucking lonely. And I felt just like I felt like I was alone forever. And it was just a horrible feeling.
That's hell.
It was bad, dude.
No,
Well,
that's what the Catholic Church teaches hell is.
wow, that's what God's up to, bro. He's up there by himself. It's pretty fucking sad, but that's why you have to be nice to him and send him good thoughts. But, dude, and there was a part too where I had the whole idea like God are we and the devil is I. Like you alone are the devil, but if you're with all your boys, you guys are all God, whatever. But no big deal. I'm probably gonna write a book about it. But there was one. I told you, dude. I came back. I rolled the dice hard, and snake eyes, dude.
Yeah, I got fucked on this deal, dude. Damn it.
No, it's good. It's all good. But dude, there was a part I was running through I was like, why do we have to be good? And it was like imagine running through the infinite possibilities and running every single possible action you could do. The only thing that works is if people be good. If you're fucking bad, everything gets fucked up. I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then I'd just wake up and be like, I'm gonna be so good, and be like bug mode, dude, for like 4 hours. So that's it, dude. That was the whole tale. Pretty tight.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's a lot. I was nervous I was going to botch it, but it was like,
There's no way to botch it.
Sure.
You're just doing drugs.
come on, man.
No,
Don't
I mean,
disrespect my religion, dude.
no.
I'm a psychedelic Christian. Please don't. disrespect
No.
my
You're
religion.
right. You're right. But you are just doing drugs. You literally can't botch it. It's up to the brain. You're taking a bunch of drugs. Now you can have a bad trip and have a shitty time, but that's
True. It's up
That's
to
an
you. It's up to
experience.
you, I would say.
an experience either way. Like I had a fucking
True.
gnarly trip, and it was still a cool
It's
experience.
good to do.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
There's no fucking it up. Now, if you took your clothes off and like shit in your hand or something, that would be a bit of a failure.
Yeah, sure.
That would be a letdown.
I hear your point.
That would
You
be a
can- you
slight
can-
letdown.
Yeah. You can also
Yeah.
just fuck it up by just doing it at a place that's just not the spot. I do hats off to people who do that shit at concerts.
Oh my God.
I would fucking suffocate
How?
around like 1,000 people.
Dude.
I mean, if it was a lower dose, like, you know, I could just walk around in like Jesus mode. Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess. But like, not that much, dude. Where I start losing track of like people's movements and shit. It's like, no thanks. Dude.
No way.
That's why I've heard people hit me up who are like, you should do like 10 or 14. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to do the most psychedelic. You guys, you can have that, dude.
Yeah.
That shit terrified. That knocked my socks off.
I can't even imagine doing that in public like that. Like at a concert. I don't like being
At a
wasted.
concert.
I don't like being at a concert.
Yeah.
But like drunk at a concert sucks.
Yeah.
Like trying to find your friends when
Unless
you
you
gotta
can
leave.
mosh. You can mosh. That kind of rules.
That would be
I
terrible.
moshed at the Red Hot Chili Peppers, dude. Never forget that. It's like the pussiest mosh pit.
It is, but that's all right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. I get ready for like Lamb of Blood or
You should
whatever.
have just taken a ton of mushrooms.
And moshed?
Yeah.
Might do it next
That
time.
would suck so fucking
Moshing
bad.
on mushrooms?
Oh,
You might go into Viking mode though. If you took like a gram of
You could
mushrooms and
berserk.
mosh, you'd berserk. You would go berserker.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it was cool. It was definitely cool. It was looking forward to just leveling up. My
Yeah,
whole
what are you
squad.
going to do? What's
dude,
what's on the docket?
just probably just like writing and eventually I would do want to set up some sort of like retreat, psychedelic retreat. But from there, just dude, I'm just gonna continue my path of service, dude. That's all I can do. That's all. That's what the fuck. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Path
Come
of
on,
service.
man.
Come on.
Obviously.
That's all I want to do is just help. There's just like the world's like a big Rubik's cube, and you have like a tiny little line through it. I just want to try to like connect the colors in my line and just eventually die, chill with God, dude. It's no big deal. What are you trying to do?
I got a lot on my mind, dude. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to publicly state it.
Really?
No, I don't. What do I want to do?
Yeah.
Be good at stand up
Nice.
and help all my friends out.
That's all, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You're a good man.
Continue my life.
You're a
of service.
goddamn good man, dude.
You're a good man.
I'm a piece of shit. Apparently, I learned about myself. I'm a piece of shit. That was a tough.
I was
issue.
lucky that I went into it knowing that about myself.
I kind of knew I was, but I didn't know to the extent. And that was
Really?
like, oh my God. I didn't know 95% of my thoughts were just, first of all, nonsense.
Really?
That was the weirdest part. It was just like, dude, the shit I'll sit around and be like, well, I don't know, but if that happens, I'll do that. And it's just
Oh, really?
fucking bullshit. I'm jerking
Yeah.
off. Then it was like, well, this and that. It's like, you're just a pussy, dude. That's all it boils down to. As long as you're honest, and if someone has a problem with you and you're being honest, it's, whatever. That's just a problem. But
Yeah.
I was just like, in so many aspects, such a little fucking weirdo of like, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like, it's
You
hard
hide
to,
it well.
huh?
You hide it very
People
well.
have told me that, dude, but it
Yeah.
was just turmoil, dude. Like, I like wouldn't get enough stuff done and be like, I didn't get enough stuff done. It's bullshit. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. It's just like, dude, I'm gonna, I have my goals of stuff I need to get done, but like, just being a weird. It's just I was being a weirdo, dude. Just like I can't get stuff done, and I feel like sometimes. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, dude, shut up.
Let's talk about it off air.
Yeah, let's get
Where are we at time wise? Let's nice. Perfect, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry
take
about that. That was a long dump.
No,
on you
no, no,
guys,
no,
but
no. Everybody was interested to hear about what happened on your
What
journey,
happened,
dude.
bro? It's-
And I'll be honest, it delivered. You said the craziest shit possible. I mean, I may not have looked interested, but it was pretty funny.
you were
to hear.
processing, dude.
I was processing. I was
started tripping.
I was trying to listen to. Yeah,
You started tripping, dude. That was another thing too. I kept thinking my brother was tripping the entire time. Cause I'd be like, "Are you fucking tripping too, dude?" Like,
Yeah.
I would just look at him, but I was just tripping so hard
Bro.
that like any face someone made at me, I'd be like,
the faces were, dude. I was just sitting there staring at people because their faces would freeze.
"Yeah, yes."
And then they would unfreeze while they were looking at me, and I'd be like, and they'd be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" I'd be like, "Oh, fuck, dude, I don't know. What are you looking
Dude.
at? You're looking at me." They're like, "No, I wasn't."
I will say
Yeah.
this, dude. I have a newfound deep in respect for my brother. He did it first. He was the
Yeah.
first one. That's what I said, dude. He went and I at least had my brother there, someone I trust.
Yeah,
He went to a stranger's house, dude. I was like saying, dude, my brother Tom died on a futon. He
For
died on
your
the
sins.
futon of a stranger, dude, for all of our sins. So now we know the code how to heal ourselves. He just like died. No, lady was super nice and shit, but I couldn't have done that in a stranger's house. That would have been weird as fuck, dude. Someone you don't know being like, I broke my brain, and some stranger like, no, you did. I'd like, no, you're a liar.
yeah. Like having Hoss sit next to you and be like, "What's wrong with you?" It's like, oh man.
Oh, dude.
And I would come in and out of it.
Yes,
Like,
the
because I'd be
waves,
gone,
the
and
waves,
be like,
dude.
"Oh," and then I'd come back and I'd be like staring at Hoss and be like, what? I'd be like, oh no.
Dude.
Yeah, it was
See,
crazy.
I would come out of it and just be like, Tom. And I would hear the footsteps and be like, yes. And he'd be like, what's up, bro? And he, dude, at one point he lit sage. And this is the point where I was coming back into my body. And I was watching him do it and was like, what is that? And he did it. And I'd be like, I'm like, that's a smell. I'm like, do people like smells? And I'm like, I think I like that one. And dude, it just gone, bro.
All it did was jar your autism. Now you're fully autistic.
No, I think I'm
You've
not autistic.
reached your
I'm
highest
cured.
plane. No, man. You reached the highest plane of consciousness, which is autism.
Really?
The highest plane, yes. You go around, you're like, do you believe in God? And people are like, what? Who's that guy? Yeah, you're a prophet. You're an autistic man now.
I might be an autistic nirvana, dude.
Congratulations.
I'll be on GTA 5 on Patreon, dude. Fuck,
You got 5 stars.
my screens just came.
You got 5 stars. You're autism. Oh, yes. It's the highest level you can reach.
Yes, dude. Fucking. I'll be on GTA 5, dude. I am
got the
autistic.
screens?
I have dual screens now in my basement.
I'm telling you.
Tower. Just be, hey guys, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Perfect. I'm in autistic heaven, dude.
And you're coming to Harrisburg this weekend?
Yes.
All the days or which days?
All days, dude.
Thursday,
Line
Friday.
up the babysitter.
This Thursday,
How weird would I have
Friday,
been before
Saturday.
about that? I would be like, well, man,
Pretty weird. That's why I was asking you every day.
exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, come on, dude. This is an easy one.
I would just be
We're gonna
avoiding
have
like
fun.
one uncomfortable conversation, like one potentially uncomfortable conversation, and that would last a week. I'd be like, now it's just, yo, bro, let's hit the plan.
It's time. It is time.
Let's roll. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited to do stand-up.
Let's roll.
Harrisburg, dude. Is
Harrisburg
gonna
will be
get
fun.
business, bro.
Oh man, I can't. I'm going to tell you off air what's going on. I got some drama.
You get some motherfucking
bro.
drama, bro.
Personal family business. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
But yeah, this weekend, Harrisburg Comedy Zone. Me and Matt and Beezer will be hosting. It'll be fun.
Yeah, bro.
So come to that this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That is the 28th, 29th. Or no, the 29th, 30th, and May 1st. So come to that.
That's gonna be so fun.
That's all. That's all from me.